Should we try that all again? Because I've done it yet again without the microphone working. Hello, welcome to Deadlands Lost Colony. It's been a fortnight since the last game, as always, and we return to Banshee as the intrepid heroes find out why a whole area of Banshee's gone off comms. They flew in and their ship fell out the sky, and since then they've noticed lots of power issues. Although no one's asked yet why the nanotechs are still working. I don't think they realise that they shouldn't be. But hopefully we'll see what happens. As I say, the party's joining in. We'll get in and see what happens. Hello, I forgot where we got to last week. You got attacked by Anouks, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, we found out that they're trying to do a ritual similar to what happened back on Earth.
That was it. I couldn't remember if you'd worked that bit out. Yes, you'd found out about the old ways, hadn't you? Yes, you are still on the Oasis map, I believe. There we go.
Desert Island?
Oh, yeah, and Roger was all mad because he thought I was trying to drown him. Woke you up.
Okay, so we've lost...
What do you mean, thought you were trying to drown me? I know you were trying to drown me.
I had a hold of your collar. You were in no real danger.
I was trying to kill things, and once again you lot denied me my chance to kill things by killing them first. Never even got to chop them up.
But we got a bunch of cool loot off of them.
I've edited the adventure card extension so that you actually can read the text of the cards, because at the moment they're bugged. If you double click it crashes it, doesn't it? You can't close them.
Oh, does it?
So I've done it so the text when you mouse over it is nice and big and clear, and you don't need a Superman's eyes to read it.
Depends on your screen res. I personally can read it on mine, but maybe the stream can't.
Well, some people, I mean, I can read it okay most of the time, but most of my players are moaning they can't read it.
Well, it depends if they're on Macs and stuff. They'll have really high res.
I've got on a 4K monitor and I can read it okay. Now, at the moment, I can read it okay. Come 8 o'clock at night, I might not be able to.
I would argue if you've made the text bigger for the thingy, then Parlay, for example, you won't be able to read it all.
No, I've done all that. Edited the box so it's bigger as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. The box doesn't need to be that small.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh no, that text is overhanging, and I started fighting about it until I found out which frame needed what. And
I think we won't send it over. I can probably hack it into we can probably hack it in and make it official. Yeah.
I'll send it to you, and you can make it official because it makes sense to have it bigger, anyway.
It does, yeah. Apparently, if you double click on the adventure cards at the moment, you can't close them again or something, wasn't it? I saw it earlier.
Yeah, and you basically got to quit the game. So don't double click your adventure cards. I've actually edited the text on mine, so it doesn't say double click to use full image as well.
So don't use adventure cards. We're missing Doc, aren't we? I've just realised.
He said he's leaving early, but maybe you left so early.
Maybe you left so early he's not making it. Right, okay, we'll drop the Doc as well. Okay, so there we go. So you interrogated the fellow, and I've just noticed something. Not that I'd be too concerned in any way, shape, or form, but that cactus there's shadows in a different direction to all the others.
You're just trying to wind us up now, aren't you?
Because obviously the shadows were separate when I drew them in, and I obviously didn't notice the rotation. There's something suspicious about that cacti.
Go kill that cactus.
Look! There's 2 more over there!
Well, if we use that cactus, we can triangulate exactly where the sun is, and it's pretty close.
Watch the shadows. What is that? It's from them Doctor Who's, isn't it? The one in the library, isn't it?
I can't remember.
The Doctor Who with David Tennant when he's in the library with them shadows
I have
things.
to be honest, my placement of shadows was well dodgy. Look at the pole. Look at the patch over there. They're all over the place.
You should just use LOS for the shadows.
No, not for plants. It goes really. If there was an option, you almost need an option where you could set the length of shadows, don't you? Do you know what I mean? because if you could set a length of shadows for something, that'd be really cool, because then it would have some shadow behind it. But it goes off to infinity, because it's meant to block. It's blocking line of sight. It's not being a shadow, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But there is an option to just make it into a shadow and not.
There is a
not,
shadow caster, isn't there? I need to have a play around with that one.
It doesn't matter anyway. With that, the maps ain't that important.
No. To be honest, the biggest problem is when you start trying to do 3 dimensions and stuff with line of sights, because it just doesn't work. But that's by the by. Anyway, we're supposed to be playing Deadlands Lost Colony, and we're talking about shadows on the dodgy map I drew.
Because them shadows are dodgy. That's why we're worried about them. Dodgy shadows.
So, yes. So I believe, yes, you fought off the Anouks, and you. They mentioned something about the old ways, and Linda using her academic knowledge of the history of Earth found disturbing similarities to events that happened on Earth back in the tail end of the 19th century, where followers of the old ways enacted something that's still in effect to this day. There's basically the Sioux Nations in America. They to this very day they do not have any. No technology works there. No technology at all.
Now, we've already killed the guy, haven't we?
Well, when you mean we, you meant him and he.
Well, I wasn't going to point fingers, but yes.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah, we killed all of his mates, so you got your questions out of him.
Well, but I wanted to yeah, never mind.
You should have said something before I cut his head off.
Well, I mean, you reacted a little fast there, dude.
If you keep depriving me of blood, I'm going to have to take it out on whatever's next.
Don't take it out on Roger. He's our pilot.
True. I'm just checking stuff in the background. Yes, I mean, I mentioned there could have been some very useful information you possibly could have asked him. Or not, who knows?
Anyone got commune with the dead?
I don't believe any of you do know.
Where were we going after when we were camping for the night and we were heading somewhere? We might as well just carry on heading, mightn't we?
I think you were heading to the nearest settlement, weren't you?
Yeah, to try and find out what the what's going on.
But
we did find out. We found out they're doing the ritual for this Hell on Earth thing that happened back on Earth.
They've done the ritual, and every day the area moves out further, and these Anouks are basically looking for hope. The whole plan is eventually the whole continent will be bathed in the old ways, and all technology will fail, and then Banshee will return to the embrace of the Anouks will return into the embrace of the Banshees, because humans cannot survive without technology. It's basically their plan. These lot believe the great storm was caused by Banshee trying to rid the planet of humans. They're just helping her along.
Yeah, and I've got a plan about that too, man. I've just got all kinds of plans here. It's all going to work out. Trust me.
Let's get moving. Does Morgana Fontaine need help getting out from them rocks?
I'm fine.
She's just hiding up there because she needed to drown someone.
I didn't nearly drown him. I woke him up. I had a hold of his collar. He was perfectly safe.
As long as he woke up. Yep.
As long as he woke up, indeed. I'm sure he did wake up, though. Right. Okay. Well, so you camp down and spend the night, which we can potentially simulate here by going. Oh no, it's dawn. Yeah, they attacked. It was a dawn attack. I forgot.
It was morning, yeah.
Yes, it was a dawn attack. So yeah, you can.
But we had to deal with the snorers.
Yes, you did have to deal with the snorers. I remember now. Sorry.
And we had to wake Roger up, and he's still whining about it.
I still have water in my ear, okay? I can barely hear out of my left side.
Just tip your head and pound on the other side. Knock it
I've
right out.
been doing that. That's part of the reason why I
Bang him
missed
on the
my
right
last
side of the
attack.
head, make the water come out of his ear.
You can hit him upside the head and see if that helps him any.
Well,
Yeah.
as I say, it's going to be another lovely hot day in the New Sahara area of Banshee. It's a particularly hot day, in fact. So let's have some nice vigor rolls to see if any of you suffer ill effects from the heat. Feeling particularly
Oof.
Linda's a fragile off-worlder.
I'm sure modern day archaeology is all about staying under tents most of the time. Deckard's disappeared, hasn't he?
Well, at least it's not a crit fail again.
Indeed, that's really old. Okay, so as it stands, basically, Deckard and Linda are feeling a little fatigued at the moment from the hot sun as it beats down upon you. And although you're trying to keep yourselves hydrated and everything, you obviously refilled and purified the water you got at the oasis.
And didn't we grab some of the thermal blankets from the aircraft that we explored, and we were using them to like burnoose or whatever to help
Good point.
shield us?
Sorry. I tell you what, you're most correct. That gives you a +1 modifier, which means none of you are affected by the heat of the sun, because Linda's and Deckard's 3s become 4s because you're using those reflective sheets to keep the sun off you as you were travelling. In that case, it's just after the middle of the day when someone potentially sees something. Can I have notice checks, please?
I was too busy scratching something.
You got dust in your eyes.
So did Morgan.
That was it.
Dust in your eyes. All you have is dust in your eyes.
Because we're Banshee lovers. We're too busy admiring the scenery.
Because I passed it, but then it did a defense thing, and that's what failed, and it shouldn't have done that.
Someone's got themselves targeted then.
Well, it shouldn't have. And how come I'm showing shaken? Take that off me.
That's
He's playing.
You're showing shaken because you critically failed, didn't you? I'd love to.
Yeah, but that was an error, so I should have passed. Fine.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he did pass, but he done the test. That's what happened. The automatic test thing kicks in.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
why. No one's targeting anyone. Okay. Not to worry. Okay. I can't remember if there's water there now. Yes, there is. Basically, yeah. Up, not too far away. You can make out what appears to be a homestead with water.
Homestead with water?
Ah! I just did something very funky. There we go. I just accidentally broke Fantasy Grounds window sizing, but it's fixed now. Nothing to worry about.
Well, we're checking on the homesteaders anyway, so we could probably stop there and make sure everything's okay there and see if they've noticed anything weird. And
okay, as you approach the ranch, you could see a all-terrain vehicle appears to be parked out just to the side of the building you're next to. I can't remember which building's which. I
remember what the thing was, is it was draining all the energy out of everything.
Indeed.
Well, it was doing something, yeah.
Worry. He's worried. Why is he worried? Okay, I get confused.
Do we see any signs of any
Hello, how are you, Mike?
persons?
It is eerily quiet. Obviously the ever I forgot the sound effects again. The ever incessant Banshee rings that's unlocked tokens. The ever incessant Banshee winds are blowing and obviously powering the windmill here along.
Yeah, I think Roger and Morgana are both going to go charge the battery or whatever on this.
Well, I was just thinking, let's not turn it on until we're ready to go, in case it's
Well,
like
I got a toolkit here, and it's got a handy little gadget in it that I can check the charge without having to turn it
if
on.
it's still working.
Okay, so as you get
A mass of bodies over there.
I was worried about that. Don't worry about that. I was wondering what that encounter was. Stupid line of sight extension. Actually, you should be able to see that.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that lets you see them if they're not on the combat tracker.
No. It's because I hadn't turned on the line of sight blockers. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Didn't see it. I wiped it from my mind.
Okay, so what you have? So I'm just going to move. So obviously you're checking the vehicle out. So what you have here is you obviously have the house. You have some water. You have the basically a storage shed, and you have what appears to be a barn. Sorry. I only do that to stop him and he being annoying, whizzing around the place. And yeah.
Is that annoying enough?
I
was going to look at the lake. I was going to look at the lake. That's what I was
fine.
going.
That's absolutely fine. I'm just putting the line of sights on because I've just realised I forgot to turn them on. Well, you saw.
Linda check.
Sorry. Go for it.
I was going to say, Linda checks the ATV to see if it has any power of any sort, any indications of power or electricity or anything.
That's what Morgana and Roger had come over here to check out.
Oh, okay.
A tester in her.
Indeed, the problem is the whole point of this was to make them wonder why their nanobots still work, but no one's actually questioned it, which is really annoying. It's like I come up with this really cool idea,
but because the windmill is operated by wind and not by artificial means, that's going to continue to function.
Okay.
Well,
why can we
to turn?
Not sure if that's true. Actually, I think everything stops working, doesn't it?
Why can I see? Why can Linda see inside the buildings, even though she's never been inside the building? Like I can. It's a fog. It's very dim, but I can see the
turned off
wall.
because he forgot to turn line of sight on.
Oh, there we go.
Let's just do that to get your visibility back. There we go. So, from your perspective, I can't find the door. I can't actually find the door to the house.
Window to the house.
I can find the window to the house, but I can't find the door to the house. Okay, so that window, that window there is actually going to have to be is obviously going.
Is this the door round the back? Window.
Hang on. I've done something.
Yeah, there's an overhang on the back that might indicate a porch where the door is.
Oh, this could be a door here. There's like a hole in the wall.
Yes, that's it. Sorry, the door's missing. It's a hole in the wall. Right.
We're on a hex map, aren't we?
There's one of these that's showing close.
Yes,
we are. Yes, you are.
How do you move diagonally down?
Move with the mouse.
Oh, okay.
Drag that token around with your mouse. Yeah.
There you go. Make life easier.
Oh,
I don't know why it was a hex map. I don't know why it was a hex map. You know, it should have been a grid map.
Physics works again. Thank you.
I suppose on a hex map you'd have to use your numpad keys, wouldn't you?
I don't know. Let's try it out.
I'm going to come over here and look through the window to see if I can see anything without
Okay, yes, you should be able to. I do believe there's a mass of bodies in that room.
Oh, I tell them guys something bad happened here, guys.
Okay,
Are they? Are the bodies moving?
No, not at all.
Okay, there's a bunch of dead bodies in here.
Then I'm gonna smash out the window and climb through the window.
Okie dokie.
A bunch of bodies in that room, Linda Carmichael, that you're running
You're
around.
not even going to bother with the door, huh?
Oh, that one? I thought it was the other one.
No, because if there's any of
Oh.
those bodies that are just injured, then getting to them quick might help. And I'm gonna make sure.
Wow, I'm moving pretty far this turn.
I'm gonna try and pull Morgana Fontaine out that door, out that window she just jumped through.
No, too late. I'm already in poking around the bodies, seeing if any of them are alive or making noise or anything.
Oh look, you got that far, then you hit the edge of the map and stopped.
Oh. Okay.
Let's just get you to there. There we go.
Thank you.
Hibity, can I have a notice check from you, please? Has it got danger sense? I can never remember these things.
Danger sense. That's not a good sign. Okay. Are we in for an infection? What's about to happen?
A pile of bodies isn't enough to warn us that there might be danger here, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's not enough to warn at least one of us who breaks
Well, I'm
windows.
trying to make sure that if any of them might be alive.
Hibity, that's absolutely fine. Basically, as Morgana opens the window and starts, basically he's climbing through to get in there to reach the bodies. You see some of them starting to twitch.
I'm gonna try
they're
and grab
alive.
her and pull her out the door.
Roger, you're a bit further away up at the grain store. It looks like this place is basically, as you can see there. There doesn't appear to be any food left in this food store. There's the odd era. There seems to be some crops left, but it looks like the whole place is being emptied. Possibly possibly an Anouk raid or something. But someone's obviously basically stolen everything out of that storeroom.
Right. Basically, I'm looking to
That's
see if
so
it was
cynical.
emptied or if it was looted. Basically, how fast did they operate in getting all this stuff out of here?
Make a survival roll. No, the windows aren't inside the walls. What I did was I put a shadow around it on one level on the abandoned ranch, and then for the line of sights when they get inside, or the windows, so
Hello?
line of sight doesn't block it. Sorry, I was explaining things. Okay, night. Okay, you find evidence of lots of there's quite a few. There's basically lots of footsteps everywhere, and obviously you can't make out if they're much more than it looks like lots of trips, and then it looks like in addition more looks like somebody's headed southwards. It seems to they and you can see lots of basically it looks like a large number of individuals using animals carted off the contents of that barn. In the meantime, you can hear Hibity shouting. Morgana, as you clamber through the window, Hibity shouts at you.
Yeah, I kind of tend to ignore him.
Okay.
So we don't have a vehicle to escape on. We're no
I'm-
faster
I'm-
than zombies.
And if he saw bodies twitching, did I see any of the twitching? Because that might indicate there's one of those bodies in there still alive, which is her main point, is to see if any of
Indeed.
them might.
Or if you want a slightly more disturbing view, as someone's pointed out on YouTube, maybe there's a swarm of rats underneath the bodies eating them.
Well, that's there's. But Morgana
make a notice check.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay. As you get closer, it appears to be there appears to be. I've forgotten how many bodies I said there were here.
I think you said 2.
We'll make a file.
Which is course is being a plus one. Okay. Hang on. How many heads are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There's 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heads. Yeah, they seem to be the bodies do appear to be. Well, it looks. You suspect it's probably the rancher's family, but there do appear to be a couple of other bodies on there as well, possibly workers. At least. Good morning, Rigger. At least 6 bodies there. You can see 66 heads. And a couple of them appear to have turned towards you, and all of them have started going at you. Linda.
Back to hell up and almost fall out the damn window. Get out of the way, Himiny. There's something moving in there.
Linda.
That's what I just said.
Be a smartass.
Linda's going to take a peek in the closest window where she can see. I guess I can't move her. Is there a window right there? Or is there a window that I saw in my rounds? Because it doesn't seem like there's another window on that wall.
If I turn that off, that might help.
I just don't.
There is another window on that wall now.
There is not.
You did walk around the building. You know there's a window. You know there's windows on the east side of the property and windows on the south side of the property.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. Oh, there's isn't enough. Actually, I can move here and then move away, right?
Yep.
I can move there, then do something, and then move away.
You most certainly can.
Hey, Morgana, can you duck? Can she get out of the way of a blast, or can I blast beside her?
You'll have to be selective because she's clambering through the window at the moment.
I'm kind of falling backwards out of the window.
I'm gonna do a blast on these bodies while they're in the room. Which is sorry, I'm finding my power. Blast of Havoc, I think is the.
Okay.
I think that's the one. And I'm gonna do 2. That's the one where they hit the wall and then they get damaged.
Yeah, so I just want to clarify this. Yeah. In a zone where all technology isn't working, you're going to send out your little robots to stop this thing. Be my guest, go for it.
Linda didn't think of it that way. She forgot. I guess. She's probably smarter than I am, but she forgot this time. PowerPoints. So I'm going to do selective, so that's +1. Don't need range, glow, shroud, fatigue. I'm going to do strong, just in case it works. So 4 PowerPoint.
Yeah, at the risk of being pedantic, yeah, you don't have 4 PowerPoints.
Oh, guess what? Why won't I? Oh, I guess I'll spend. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do.
Yeah. You got 4. You got 4 PowerPoints.
You get 5 PowerPoints per Benny. Is that what happens?
That's what happens.
Okay,
so strength roll at -2. You're dropping a
selective.
Yeah.
Selective and strong.
Yeah, we're just checking. So range is that, and it's you pass a medium blast template. Yes, yeah, medium blast template. It doesn't say you can affect the size of it. So yeah, you'll drop a medium blast temp. Well, the real question is where do you want to put the medium blast template, because that does decide which direction the creatures are pushed in.
Oh, I thought I was just doing it direct south. Let's try and do the template.
That's the thing that should be scary.
There's drawing be template. No.
Nanobots should be affected by this, but they're
template.
Not.
There we go.
That's what.
Medium draw cone. Oh no, medium. Medium burst. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Draw
medium burst template. Yeah, medium burst template.
Oh, I can do that without doing selective, can't I? I can move that to there, can't I?
Okay, yeah. Now this is why it's important, you see, because you put that there, which then means the center of the medium burst.
Oh, right.
Which then means you're now going to blow them.
Oh, well, maybe I'll just put it here. And then I can avoid the select.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. That's the thing about that one. They are blown from the center outwards, if that makes sense. So the placement really does matter sometimes where you put it, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'm not going to do. Yeah, I'm not going to do the selective. So that gives me another point back.
That gives you a point.
And then,
but you are.
And then I'll do it. So roll for it.
Okay, roll for it.
Oh, that looks good. There's hope. Oh, not that much hope.
You
7.
didn't get the raise. That's okay. That would have been -4 if you'd got the raise on that, but not to worry. -2 because you made it strong. Unfortunately, it's not affected. It just stands in the middle of it. It stands in the middle of it. Your nanobots fly outwards and they create that effect that they do that pushes everything away, and seemingly unaffected in any way, shape, or form by the anti-technology field. And then basically the blast of wind that ruffles Morgana's hair, she comes out the way, just seems to totally unfaze the mass of bodies. Himini, you're up. Ooh.
Well, I tried.
Which one? Oh, crud. Which one's my mic? Hang on. Sorry. Mic. It's that one.
That's the bodies gets to go.
See if that's any better.
Not good.
Also, that stops crouching. Okay, so your attacks.
Oh, you Martha.
Okay, you throw your ranged attack, and it just sort of slunks into the writhing mass of bodies, and
should have hit the table a bit better. That 10 would have stayed on a 10. Just knocked it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm gonna Then I'm gonna step back a bit.
I'm gonna open that so I can
advise Morgana to step back as well.
Okay. Okay. The mass of bodies certainly shouldn't have that. So, basically, as a couple, one, they're facing the wrong way. Let's turn them around. One, some of the arms reach out and try and grab at you, Morgana. They hit. This might hurt. Oh, you were lucky. You were very lucky. It just shakes you. That was incredibly lucky. You get the distinct impression they were trying to pull you back towards them.
I'm gonna eat you. They look like a fat bastard out of Austin Powers.
No, it looks like a bunch of. It looks like a bunch of. Well, they're all the bodies are all human, and they appear to be probably the rancher's family, which is mother, father, a couple of teenage sons and workers. Okay, Deckard also sends out his nanobots through the anti-technology field, hitting them. However, they don't seem to do much at all to the mass of bodies.
This is where we need to do support roles to each other, isn't it?
However, Deckard spent a Benny and shook the mass of bodies. That's fine, sorry. And then now on the new round, Deckard gets to go first with the Joker, with the massive body shaken as those nanobots start tearing holes into the flesh of the massive bodies, and multiple mouths sort of cry out, going, "Ooh!" type thing.
Can you do that noise again, please?
I will when I get to eat one of you. Okay, the second transmuted bolt flies out. Those nanobots totally, seemingly unaffected, unlike all the other technology. And my word, that's an awful lot of damage. Okay, well, I'm going to have to spend a penny to try and soak that. I soak 2 wounds. So basically, the nanobots tear away large amounts of flesh from the creature, but it carries on advancing towards Morgana, seemingly unaffected. unshaking.
Not shaking anymore.
It's again, it claws at Morgana, trying to claw her body back into the mass of undead corpses. But fortunately, Morgana is
Tougher than she looks.
tougher than she looks.
I guess it's large and she's normal, so it's a -2, isn't it? Yeah, so that helps.
I'm just intrigued to know why.
Because it's
only
very
one
large.
it's undead, only ignores one wound modifier, which is fine. Morgana, however, is basically very shook up and is stuck half in out of the window, unable to.
I'm removing the shaken. I'm removing the shaken, and I'm going to grab my machete and I'm going to slash at him with my machete before I move.
You slash at the massive bodies with your machete. Unfortunately, although you do slash into them, it doesn't seem to cause much damage to them at all.
Can I duck down below the level of the window? Because I was already halfway out it.
Oh yeah, you can certainly get through the window, no problem at all.
Oh, bloody hell.
Linda's up.
Linda's gonna whip out her machine gun and what?
I said, ooh.
That's
Oh,
brave. That's
and do the machine guns work too, or are those not working now? I don't remember. Well, anyhow, that's what she's gonna do. And then can she? Oh, is the window wide enough that I can shoot the massive bodies?
Yes, it's a double set of windows, unnoticed.
Yeah, now I see it. I didn't see that before. So she's gonna wail on the bodies. I'm not sure. I actually don't think she has any ammo in it, even though. Yeah, she doesn't, but she doesn't realize that. So here we go. She can't hit anything. So her gun's not working. And I guess I should do a smarts roll to know. Well, I literally don't know whether it wouldn't work or doesn't work, but she's not necessarily going to think of the ammo, right?
I understand.
So should I do a smarts?
Please.
Should I do a smarts roll or?
Yeah, please do a smarts roll. I like that very much. Yep. So basically, you take aim with your action, and you open fire, and nothing happens, and you suddenly realise you forgot to reload it.
Okay, so
you're up.
she's gonna load her gun. Is that next turn?
Yeah. I gave you a Benny for doing some brilliant role. I gave you a Benny for role playing.
Oh, thank you.
It was a brilliant bit of role playing there, so I gave you a Benny as because you role played brilliantly the fact that you forgot to reload your gun, and therefore, it's a perfect reason to award you a Benny for not actually getting to.
Thank you.
Because you were role playing. Here it is.
Role playing nothing.
Yeah.
Role playing doing nothing.
How many attacks have you got?
That's my last one now. I'm going to Benny that damage, see if I can actually hurt it.
All six heads look at you all six heads look at you as you throw the axe and go, oh!
You cut out, but we get the idea.
Yep, that didn't work.
Gotta give them credit for staying the course and playing the oops. Yes, indeed, you have to. Sorry, everyone's agreeing with me. Roger, you're up.
Okay, I think I've heard some screaming and hollering going on over here, so let's go ahead and run in that general direction.
Okay.
And we'll get to there and see what we can see. Oh, that's a big ugly.
Oh, you can see it. You can just see it through the window, can't you?
Just barely, yep, just barely.
Okay.
I've got a Choctaw, but that's a melee weapon. I don't want to use my guns, so I think I'm done.
Okie dokie. Next, let's see what happens next. Linda got the 9 of hearts and gets to go. But my word, Linda got the 9 of hearts, and that's being hesitant. So she obviously got a much better card.
And she's still going first.
Despite taking the worst of her 2 cards. Linda, you're up.
Linda's trying to figure out how to reload the gun. I don't know how quickly it would do that.
Reloading the gun is automatic, so all you need to do... Well, not automatic. Reloading the gun with a magazine...
One action, isn't it?
Is one action. So obviously, basically, the idea is your action last round was reloading the gun, so all you need to do is just type 30 back into that empty square box to the right of the bullet on your combat tab, and that's basically saying you've reloaded the gun.
You do multi-action, so the first action is reloading, second action is shooting.
You can, but...
can I...
Oh, don't forget.
She can shoot.
Don't forget. Oh no, I say you reloaded last turn. That was your action. You can. Don't forget to reduce your magazine by 1, of course.
Okay.
On your inventory tab.
Got it. I thought I had to reload this turn. I thought that's what was happening.
Oh no,
I did nothing.
I'll be well. You work. No, I'll be nice. You worked out you needed to reload. So there we go. Oh, Deckard's Q jumped you. Sorry. Deckard, you're up.
Oh. What happened to Deckard?
Deckard goes on hold. Linda, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to do... Linda's doing what she did last time. She's stepping up to the window, and she is firing full... I think she's going to... What does she usually do? 3-round burst? Full auto. Oh, there we go. We have full auto. I might as well go full auto. So, here we go. New bullets, full auto. She missed a turn, so she's going to go crazy. Do I need to target that thing, or did it already get targeted? I
always forget the fear text. Yeah, I've targeted it for you. Go for it.
Wait, let me... Is it control click?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to...
Yeah, I'd already done it, but yeah, I had done it. So you turned it off. Try again now. Because it was turned blue, and then it was turned... There you go. That's it. And single click. Are you double clicking? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing it on my screen. Is the thing, but that's fine.
When you float over your icon, it'll show up.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. Here we go. So full auto M21.
I know, but to be honest, given the fact I've taken away all
I get a lot of fours. What happened there?
Okay.
Really, I got nothing.
Okay. I'm afraid you. I know it says hits there, but I'm afraid you miss. You miss.
Can I Benny that?
And you miss. Certainly, of course you can.
Does it Benny the whole thing?
Just drop a Benny into the chat window and just reset your ammo count to 4 and then roll again, because unfortunately ammo isn't affected by Bennies properly.
Okay. Redo. Here we go. Come on, give me something good. Oh, it didn't even roll twice that time.
Okay, let's have a look at these new rolls. The new rolls result, I'm afraid, in lots of misses. I'm afraid.
Okay, good enough. And then she steps back again. Because things are going that
missing because she's got a
because you all have a -2 penalty on any use of technology.
So I'm not using any technology because I get -4 automatically. So that means I'm -6 if I put out a machine gun.
No, if you've already got the all thumbs, basically everyone's got the.
I've got all thumbs and I've got the Anouk thing as well. So it's -4.
So
my machete shouldn't be affected. That's not technology.
Exactly. That's why I haven't made it a global effect. I am doing it manually. So although Fancy Grounds said Linda was, yes, I can hear that. As long as because although Fancy Grounds was saying Linda was hitting, I was applying the -2 penalty. I think they should be scared.
May I go now or no?
Of course you can. Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was waiting for the tracker deal. Sorry, my bad. Can I make a wild attack for spell attack?
You certainly can.
Really? A wild spell attack?
Oh, sorry, it's wild spell attack. No, you can't. Sorry. So I was reading something else at the same time. I just noticed.
Didn't think so, but I figured I would ask.
Once they get to 4 wounds, then they'll be scared. Then I might make them make the fear check.
It's like when you do a magic missile, but you jump up in the air and swing your arms at the same time, like way, and then fall over.
Okay. Decades cost. Joe, I do think it's very brave the amount of nanotechnology you're sending coursing through your body in an anti-technology field. I think it's very brave, and I really wouldn't worry about it. All those dice, and the net result is you shook it. I'd say, do you want to spend a penny? But I think you've just spent all your pennies, haven't you? But you did shake it. Roger, back to you.
Okay, Roger's going to move over and take a shot.
Go for it. Ah, Panzer's connected. The dock has arrived. That's a 9. It's an 11, in fact.
I'm just docking right now.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I liked it. I thought it was very good. Roll for damage.
I think I want to Benny that.
Okie dokie.
There's a couple really low numbers there, and I think I can do better. But not by much, huh?
Actually, I need to check.
Oh, fine, whatever.
Okay. Something I need to. Sorry. Something. By the way. Sorry. Linda, you but basically Linda and Roger both your guns do fire, but basically obviously what happens is on Linda's case she went full auto, but halfway through the full auto blast it stops working. And say with you, Roger, you're doing a 3-round burst. You get 2 shots off before your gun stops working.
So I just got half my ammo back?
For all intents and purposes, no. But I'm just being a descriptive way of saying basically you got to use your guns, and now they don't work anymore. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
Yeah. It's all down to.
I think I will go ahead and spend, since we got an extra one, I think I will go ahead and spend one more penny trying to get that damage up then.
Yeah, because I'm not. You're getting all. I'm not going to give you not have the benefits of like the 3-round burst of the ammo. It's just it's a story effect to say that what happens rather than, you know what I mean. But you nearly got somewhere there.
Yeah, well, oh well.
Okay. The mass of bodies is up next, regardless of the fact that it double jumped there, and I know why that double jumped. I won't do it again.
Because I ended too.
Indeed. The mass of bodies basically steps out. Literally, doesn't bother. When I say steps out, it doesn't climb through the window, it just walks straight through it. And then...
oh boy.
It sweeps.
You there, stepping out.
Doesn't have improved sweep, so it's a -2 on this attack roll, which means it misses all of you. Aren't you lucky folks? But I'm going to be evil. I'm going to be evil and spend a penny.
Oh, you
Just
can't.
once.
You're not allowed to.
Okay. Hibbity, you're up.
Right, I'm going to smack it with my weapon.
Okie dokie.
Its nanobots are working about as well as ours.
Indeed, mate. You would have been very useful here with your psionics that are completely unaffected by technology in any way, shape, or form. The mass
doesn't
of
have
bodies are
nanobots.
shaken.
I'll take the shaken.
It has
Yes.
grandmother bots.
Oh!
Yeah,
As
I'm
a
gonna
nanobot.
slash at him. I'm gonna slash at him again with my machete.
That's how good I thought that joke was. I'm giving bennies to everyone. Doc's made it. Let's add Doc to the party combat tracker, and we'll just arbitrarily put him there. There we go in the shell.
Sure. What map are we on? There we go. Yay!
If I do sync,
Oh, I'm gonna Benny one time.
Okay. Basically, you've come across a ranch that's in a bad state. Morgana saw a pile of bodies inside the house, walked in, and the pile of bodies have got up and are attacking you.
And because they're shaken, I can back the hell up.
You certainly can.
So we're fighting a glom.
Those are
Which is
icky.
no fun.
It's a mass of bodies. What you talking about? Doc, you're up. All six heads look at you going, "Ooh!" Don't know how many more times
Outsider
I keep giving hints about the
knowledge.
heads. Time to start making cool shots to the head, boys. Okay, 6 inches gets you to there.
Probably gonna have to run then.
Well, actually, if you were trying to, you're in melee range back there for the record.
Oh, okay.
If you
So
hover
I'll turn
over
off
your
my
icon, if you hover over the icon, you can see your range, and it's under your melee range as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so I don't want to go there then. So
So click on the run button to turn off the run because you didn't need to run, or double click it if it's doing it twice.
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm going to chop at him with my little Tannis knife.
Go for it. Don't forget to target it.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not very good, but hopefully he's big enough that I can.
Oh, he's big. He's just also basically he's had gunshots into him. He's had all sorts, and it's just hardly affected. I mean, it's got wounds. The nanobots are still eating bits of it, but I think you might have hit it.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Like, oh wait. All right. Here goes nothing.
Oh, I was thinking that's an unfortunate roll, and then the 6 turned up, and you were 2 points short of doing anything.
Can we Benny damage?
Yes,
It's
you
not a
can
knife
damage.
you're using. That is not a knife. It's a two-handed weapon. Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Chimney's like, knife.
That's not a knife. That's bigger
This
than a
is
knife. That's looking a bit better. That's a wound. That's a wound on the mass of bodies. I'm going to spend its last penny on that.
Son of a poop.
And it soaked it. But that was its last penny. It has no pennies left.
Yeah. Bennies are like damage. I did a Benny damage.
You did Benny damage, which is absolutely fine. Himiny, you're up. Dodging the multiple arms reaching out for you.
Hugger jugger bugger. Oh, okay, I'll take that.
It's just so many. It's just so many massive bodies wedged in there. You just can't seem to hit it anywhere that really does any good.
Slicing it to pieces, but it's not doing any harm.
Yes, basically.
Linda's gonna channel the doc, and she's gonna whip out her Chicodle, which I guess I'm glad she grabbed. And I can't. Oh yeah. I guess I'm not targeting yet. I did.
You were targeting it. Yeah, you are.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. The only way to tell is if you hover over yourself, it will give you a distance between you and the target.
I was so close it didn't show me an arrow, so I wasn't cluing in on that one.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
And I better try that. I'll throw a Benny at that.
Okie doke.
Let's see, that would be here.
Obviously, there is no penalties for using these weaponries because they are primitive weapons and therefore not affected. Look at that! That's a hit with a raise.
Boom. Primitive weapons.
But
in the eyes of
almost
humans. It's a good hit, but nothing happens. Well, you know what I mean.
Okay. Back up.
It will.
Can she back up?
It will get a free attack on you if you back up.
I don't know what the math is on that. Okay, I'll sit there for.
We should do something to make this thing vulnerable, shouldn't we?
Yeah, what's your parry? So you're probably not going to want to back away.
Linda's parries 2. You really probably don't want to risk it.
Okay.
You need to back. You can back. It's a bit of metagaming thing. You need to back away if it's shaken. If it's not shaken, you either basically hope someone shakes it, or you can go defensive, which will give you a bonus to your parry. But obviously that means you can't attack. Roger, you're up, because the idea is you just spend your whole action blocking attacks. Roger, sorry.
Okay, Roger sees that this thing's got 6 heads, and he doesn't want it outthinking him. So he's going to come up here, leap off of this rail, and make a wild attack at one of those heads.
Okie dokie. That'd be called shot to the head, -4. What's interesting is the old version, you had to roll randomly to see if they hit the head. The new version, it doesn't say that. They have to make a notice check. That's a hit.
And then, because it was to the head, it's +4 damage, correct?
No, it's undead, isn't it? So it's immune to cold shots. Do no extra damage.
Oh, bummer. Fine. Oops, no, not those dice. These dice. And one of them bounced off the table. Hang on, let me get that.
That's the
I'm obviously going to use that Benny to re-roll that.
You made me laugh with the comments as you said it bounced off the table. I'll just go get it. That just made me smile.
Oh, good grief. Okay.
It was a good hit.
Why is your Chikatl doing 3d6 plus 2?
Because it's a hit plus raise damage plus a wild attack.
Why is it 3d6?
Because
wild attack. The raise, rather.
I thought he added that in separately.
Well, that's the third dice. It says raise damage D6 and 1, 2.
I was adding it into the. I'm just trying to figure out. I thought it would be 2d6 then roll a separate dice.
Well, it did. It just. I
didn't. Yeah, I thought it would be separate. It's right.
That's
it's
what
okay.
I was doing.
I just wondered why it was showing it there. I thought normally it adds it separately, but yeah, shows you how much I observed, doesn't it?
It does show how much you observe. Anyway, Deckard's up.
See?
Someone smacked the Anouk around the back of the head so Deckard can get in a word in edgeways. You are evil. For the record, Jinx is telling me all sorts of things I'm doing wrong to actually not TPK you all. He's pointing out it's got multiple libs. Should be grappling with the front 4 of you and then raging to rip your heads off.
Yeah, only because he's not here to get his head ripped off, right?
Exactly. Deckard is using conviction. Wow, look at that. And yet again, what's that? That's his 4th bolt in 4 rounds, isn't it? Okay, I'll just keep a note of that.
Okay, this one's going to do it.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
4 wounds. Okie dokie. Let's see if I can what I can do with those 4 wounds you've just done. Oh, okay. It takes its 3rd wound after that, I'm afraid. That was a good soak. Sorry about that. Very nice though. Doc, you're up. After Deckard ends his turn.
Right. I think I shall spend a point of conviction. How do I do that? Just drag it onto...
Drag it and just drop it in chat.
Here goes nothing.
I'm going to award Deckard a point of conviction for a sensible time to use it and reminding other people they have conviction. Off you go, Doc. Okay, you hit the mass of bodies.
With a raise.
With a raise, yeah.
Nice.
Roll that damage. Oh my
Oh, I
word.
saw multiple sixes there. Yeah, baby.
2 wounds. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to save the rest of my bennies. So, okay. You inflict 2 wounds upon the mass of bodies.
So you can go ahead and spend them now
No,
if you
it's
want.
fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay. It's massive. The mass of bodies recovers from being shaken after taking 5 wounds. And as someone pointed out, I forgot to do it earlier. So, given the amount of damage you've wound onto this thing, and the fact it hasn't dropped yet, in the fact that even as it's basically a wild card that's taken 5 wounds and is still standing. I think it's time for you all to make your fear checks, please. I need to remind myself what the fear area is for the New Sahara, though, because there will be a penalty. But make your rolls, and then I'll tell you what the penalty is afterwards, and then you can choose if you want to re-roll or not.
I'm gonna re-roll because with or without a penalty, that's a fail.
I think Linda's thinking that in order to understand being fearful, she would have to metagame her understanding of Savage World's rules, and she's not there yet. So she's just like, whatever.
Fair enough. I'm going to just say it's a -3 because I can't find it. And oh, there's the gazetteer. Here we go. Oh right. Do they put the fear levels in the players section? That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't
No, I
see
think they're all
fear.
in the game master section.
That's what I thought, but I can't see any for 1. So
Himini did a fear.
this
Himini,
rolls
how'd you do a fear?
Sorry.
How'd you do a fear check? How
Just
do you do
roll
a fear?
/ or / roll fear.
Oh,
It's
I'm not going to re-roll.
No, don't worry. Okay, so Himini -3 fails. Morgana succeeds after spending a Benny. Linda succeeds with 13. Roger succeeds with a 12. Deckard succeeds with a 9. Doc succeeds with a 7. And Hibby fails with a 2. Hibby fails with a 3.
You're not the person we want running away right now.
He didn't critically fail, so it's not a terror check. It is just it's a fear check, which is basically trait rolls -1. Okay, it's up next, and it's obviously going to have to sweep again. Who's come into the fold? Roger has. I think it's getting quite annoyed that it hasn't basically been able to absorb any of your bodies yet, so I'm going to wildly attack you. Doesn't hit anyone except Linda. Oh, that was nearly a 12. Linda takes a wound as she is clawed viciously.
Because she doesn't have the sense to be scared.
Indeed.
/ roll fear. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does it. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You can of course shortcut.
There's a whole load of commands that you can do for like roll evasion as well.
If you just press the / and press return, it should. I think it should list up all the things you can do, because you can roll evasion, roll fatigue, roll fear, roll natural healing, roll bleeding out, roll knockout. Apparently. Also, you can roll a tribute or roll a skill.
Can't you just roll a spirit check?
Yeah, of course. Yes, of course you can. It's just they're in there. It's because they're in there, so that means you can shortcut them. I suspect there might be the fact it says fear. Maybe there was a way to do it.
That's neat.
I'll just do it. Okay, Linda. Do you wish to attempt to soak the damage?
Yes, I will try to soak the damage.
And
I do that by dropping a thing on
this whole
on the damage. Where is that?
Blood splat on the combat tracker.
A 7-wound monster in front of them. I'd be terrified.
I don't think it did anything. Did it?
No, but
it did drop the Benny.
Okay, I'll give you a Benny back and just hit the soak button for you. I'm afraid unfortunately, that soak didn't roll unless you want to spend another Benny.
I'll try again.
So, what if you hold
Yeah,
down
I'll
the
just-
control? If you press control, you should see a soak button appear on your entry on the combat tracker.
Unfortunately, the battery just ran out on my keyboard, so
Fair enough.
can you?
Just make a vigor roll. Just make a normal vigor roll. We can do it manually. It's not a problem.
Girl.
A 5 is successful. Linda ducks at
Excellent.
the very last second. And that brings us to Morgana.
She don't want to get any closer to these things, so she's gonna dig out this ATAX thing she picked up. She's close enough to throw it.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit with a raise.
Holy hell!
Function 2.
You shake.
Yeah, right. If you hit with a raise, that comes back to you now as well.
Does it?
Yeah, so you can catch it.
So I caught it back. So I got
Yep.
my. Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, so the mass of bodies is shaken. The new round begins with Deckard going first.
Now, how do I extend my conviction?
You,
Benny.
I think you just say you want to extend it, and there you are. There you go.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. For the record, you don't need to extend it until the end, before you move the turn marker on. You actually get the conviction for the round you spend it on, and until the end of the following round. Then you have to spend it. if
And
want
then
to
you
maintain
just
it.
drag it into the conviction box if you want to
Yeah.
extend it.
The Benny itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any itself.
Cool.
Mhm.
Skull can back away from it while it's still shaking.
Yes. Anyway, you're up, Deckard, with conviction activated. The only reason I'm pointing that out is sometimes, if you spend your point of conviction, I mean, I personally, as a player, would probably spend it at the start because I'd probably forget at the end and then be annoyed. But obviously, if you spend it at the start and then the fight ends, you technically didn't need to spend the point of conviction. Yeah, the Benny, but you know what I mean. Okay, that is a wound upon the mass of bodies. It's taken 6 wounds now, and it's looking pretty bad, but it's still standing. Not only has
What was the
moved-
technique to
not
get
only
the
has it
slash
moved, it's taken
commands
6
to
wounds.
show up?
Just hit slash and
Okay.
return, and it'll show you all the slash commands.
Type
Oh,
in slash
awesome.
and eggplant, and that'll do it as well.
Slash and
Oh yeah, you just slash in some rubbish that it doesn't recognise.
oh, okay.
The other slash, of course.
It'll complain.
Yeah, I was just checking
Evasion,
both
fear,
slashes.
natural healing, bleeding out, knockout.
Get him, Roger.
Hello, Relic71. Thank you for
Got him,
joining us.
Roger.
I see you using the large knife as well.
Well, that's the massive bodies.
There we go.
There we go. That's the slice into. Okay, you slice into it. Another grievous. What would be grievous on a mortal wound upon this thing? It's dripping ichor everywhere, and it's still advancing towards you, having taken 7 wounds now.
Ugh. How many bodies are in there?
6, I believe.
Oh, so it's not 1 wound per body. We could to test that theory out. Let's throw somebody on the pile and see what happens. If it regenerates anybody.
Are you going to end your turn, Mr. Rogers? Sorry,
Feel
Mr.
free to
Rogers.
throw yourself in there.
Oh, I didn't want me. I need to be running the experiment.
Okay, I'm going to press end turn now, and don't you press it. Doc, you're up.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's go yakety smackety.
Okay, that's a hit with a raise,
But not enough.
but not enough. Make me wonder. No conviction and dynamic backlash. There's no wound cap in Deadlands because it's a horror game, isn't it? It's been...
I don't know why it rolled fighting. I dropped the Benny on damage.
Be more accurate.
That's because people have done a lot of research. What it is the target area for damage is considerably smaller, and if you drop it anywhere outside the targeted area, it just treats it as a fighting reroll. So you've spent the Benny, so just roll. You might just have to manually. Oh, just roll the damage.
Click the raise. If you click the raise die by the modifier and then double click your damage roll, it'll do it.
It's picked it up as a hit with a raise anyway, so you should be okay.
Oh, okay.
Should prompt in chat. Just click less. Yes. Prompt what in chat? I'm intrigued now. I must have missed.
Son of a.
I
would have rather taken the 19.
Just bear in mind, if you're getting really annoyed with your damage rerolls being less than your first damage reroll when you spend a Benny, you could always look at the No Mercy Age, which means whenever you reroll damage, you add +2 to the final result of either roll.
Oh. That's like luck +2.
Yeah. See, for a good example there, you see, if you had the No Mercy Age, that would have been 15 and would have been a wound.
Been 18.
+2. Not. Anyway.
Oh. Gotcha.
Okay. I'm afraid.
That's it.
That's your lot.
I'm done spending bennies.
Himiny, you're up.
I'll leave it up to Himiny.
Leave it up to me. I'll probably miss now.
Well,
Okay.
nobody's going to stop you from killing this stuff, Himiny.
If you do a wild attack, how many attacks can you do with it? Just one? Or can you do multi-action wild attacks?
Multi-action wild attack seems reasonable. Okay,
Did you want to maintain your conviction, Himiny?
I
don't know if you saw that.
I think he's been confident that he will kill it before he has to maintain it.
He just put the conviction on just at the beginning of this round, so.
Yes, because you put it on before. Yeah, you technically, because you spent it before this round started. It doesn't count that. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones you need to sort of spend on your turn, otherwise Fantasy Grounds gets confused.
Now, if I Benny that, is it going to do all them adds and pluses and minuses as well, is it? I think it will, wouldn't it?
Should do. Only one way to find out. Don't forget, you will need to manually turn on the raise die though, if you Benny it.
Yeah. Okay, there's one. Well, there's 2 wounds.
Do you want me to apply that, or do you want to get your other attack in first?
I'll get my other attack in as well.
That's a hit with a raise. Roll for damage. Are you happy with 22 points of damage and 21 points of damage?
Yes. 3 wounds is enough, I think.
Okay, so basically the first hit drops it.
Yay!
Nice spot. The splat.
I killed something at last. We'll start doing a little dance now, and I'll recover my my weapons from its corpse as well.
But more interestingly, the splat appeared where it died.
They started doing that recently. The splats have started appearing where they're supposed to appear.
Have they? Common Bong Jinx shares one of his okay. Jinx apparently Jinx shares out his bennies. There you go. There we go, Jinx.
Thank you.
Well, Jiminy does the same thing on my Tuesday games. If he turns up and tells me that he's giving bennies to all the players, so So I give Benny's to all the players.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you're mean.
Jinx, obviously, I'm not sure where he is today, but he said he couldn't make it. He's sitting here watching the game, and he just basically said Jinx shares out his Benny. So there you go.
He's supporting his team. Thanks, Jinx.
Okay.
After trying to advise the GM on more effective ways to kill us.
He did
That's
suggest
he shared a Benny with the GM too.
So maybe he just wanted us to forget that.
Yes, he did tell me better ways that I could have made that fight more lethal, but I figured it was lethal enough after I took away all your guns.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
My
nanobots.
Monday players are coming up to their first actual dangerous encounter, where they might all die.
On the Tuesday game, he's repeatedly tried to kill us all, but we're really good.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to do it. He's so mean.
There is one adventure. There's one adventure.
Just calling Doswell mean is just so far from the mark.
There is only one adventure that every time I've run it, it's been a TPK without fail, and I've run it 3 times.
Which one is that?
It's a Deadlands. It was a Deadlands Well, it's a Deadlands. It's actually a Deadlands classic, as they call it now. Yeah, original adventure that they did then convert to Reloaded later on, and it's
Night Train.
Night Train.
Yeah, that's a nasty one.
But
yeah,
that can't be the one where Carmen set the whole train on fire. Because you gave me those cool Hellfire bullets. It's like, he's going to be sorry he did this.
That wasn't Night Train. No, but then obviously that's a Deadlands classic adventure, which is in Deadlands Reloaded. But what I have run another convention game I've run from time to time is a Deadlands Hell on Earth game, which is called Return to Varney Flats, where basically it turns out that the ancient Nosferatu got off the train at Varney Flats and has been sleeping ever since and woke up when World War III happened.
Nice. I'll have to look that one up. Yeah, the original adventure was like in this one. Oh, it was. Yeah, the original adventure was in like those little pamphlet-sized books.
Yeah, it was indeed.
It's a great adventure.
Anyway, so that's the only TPK I've ever run, and it never fails to TPK, and that's sometimes because the players will sacrifice themselves to win, which is really cool when they do it that way, as opposed to they just die. And actually, it was interesting when I did Return to Varney Flats adventure, which I did as a convention game. One of the characters who was harrowed was the Texas Ranger from Night Train.
Oh,
because she actually did the roles, and we did the roles for it, and she came back harrowed, so that was it. But anyway, that's by the by. All seems quiet here now.
Too quiet.
The huge mass of bodies, basically Jiminy just goes in chopping left, right and centre, and the huge mass of bodies, I unlock tokens, and the huge mass of bodies stops moving.
Doc's going to take notes. That's how I chop into that thing.
As you can see, when you get to the back of this place, it's basically, again, it's everything that seems to be looted. All the furniture, everything's missing or vandalised. All technology is destroyed.
So the stairs going down, eh?
It takes you down to the basement, yes.
Anything interesting there, or is it just the...
Well, yes, in fact, there is. It would appear that down in the basement there, where the mass of bodies was too large to fit down, you do actually find the body of an old man. It appears, it basically, it looks like he... Barry. Oh, actually, sorry. You don't find a body of an old man. You find a locked door. Sorry, I'm forgetting my own thing.
I'm going to kick the door in.
That'd be a strength check.
Where is the downstairs? Is that from inside?
From down inside, yeah. Or you could, or there is a trapdoor outside, so you can always get in that way as well.
Is Himiny sitting on the door inside? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, Himiny's sitting on the doors inside. The fear check doesn't apply anymore, so you're okay on that score. So you basically kick the door open. There is also a storm shelter cover, as it were, on the outside, so you can get in that way as well. But basically, getting down into the basement, the door was locked from the inside, which means obviously, and you find basically there appears to be there's a body of an old man. He's slumped in a chair. Slumped in a chair. There seems to be. It looks like he barricaded himself in with some supplies, and also, judged by it, he probably held out until his meager supplies he was able to grab wore out, and then he basically decided he didn't want to starve to death. But he appears to have scribbled notes here. There seems to be sort of scribbled notebook as well on the desk in front of him, as looks like it was some sort of diary. The doors.
Was he locked? Was he locked in from the outside?
No, he barricaded himself in the basement, probably because something was happening to the rest of his family. But there appears to be scribbled notes in there.
Okay. Well, Linda's going to take a peek at the notes.
Okay. It appears to be some hastily made diary. It seems to be written on the back. It seems to be sort of written. I say it's quite unusual in the fact it's written, handwritten, in on a collection of different pieces of paper and cardboard and other stuff that seems to be about the place. He does appear to have a PDA device down here, but it looks like he resorted to writing old-fashioned style. It takes a little while to sort of arrange all the stuff together, but it does seem to tally up with the timescales of the loss of communication. It would appear that over time technology started failing, and even though they couldn't work out what was wrong, they couldn't find anything wrong, stuff slowly started failing out left, right and centre. And at the same time, the Anouk shamans in the area started preaching basically that the evil of technology had been overturned, and the returning to the old that humans should rejoice, for the Anouks were helping them to return to the old ways as taught to them by the Ravenites.
By the who's? Ravenites?
The Ravenites.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
Is there anything worth salvaging from this room?
Linda, you can make an academics roll, please.
Okay.
And James has made an occult check, so that also helps.
Academics.
Anyone else anyone apart from Hibby can make an occult or academics or any other, or even common knowledge with a -4 penalty if you want.
I can't, because I'm stuck in the basement.
Well, Morgana stayed outside because she's watching for.
Actually, Morgana would have the same issue. The two of you and Nate wouldn't necessarily know Earth history. Linda and James, Ravenites brings up nasty connotations. You seem to recall there were stories about a follower of chaos and destruction who was a Native American who called himself Raven, and his followers were the Ravenites. They planned to bring down the evils of the Western world and basically return of the European world and return America to its natural state, and basically return the world to its native people and throw out all the colonists. They used very violent and very unpleasant methods and all sorts of nasty occult rituals. Most of it was most of it is believed to be most of it was believed to be sort of just the stuff of pulp novels and fanciful stories, but some people took it seriously, and no one's ever been able to explain why no technology works inside the Sioux Nations in America to this day.
So I'll explain this. Yeah, I seem to recall there being a raven who was a shaman Native American shaman who, back in the days of the Civil War, cast a spell that killed technology, which appears to be what's happening here.
Indeed. The only other bit you got appears to be that anyone a few times now people sort of have gone missing on heading deep, going hunting deeper into the Saharan desert in the vicinity of the Anouk Temple of the Sun. Him and he does know about. And he knows where it is as well. He's never seen it, but he knows of it because it's very much part of the Anouk culture. It is basically it is a temple where annually the Anouk desert tribes of the Anouk will choose their most favoured and blessed warrior, and he will be sacrificed to ensure that the sun continues to rise for the next solar year.
Okay, so do we want to, is that where we want to head, is it?
Well, you don't know. It's just any humans no humans returned from that area lately. It used to be the Anouks didn't allow trespass on it, but they didn't mind people nearby. And now anyone who's headed that way has not returned.
Have we already checked out the third building, the stables or whatever it is?
No, I don't think anyone's been in there yet. No. There appears to be some interest. There appears to be some interesting growths that the two of you just walk straight towards in the corners of the barn.
Oh, fantastic!
Plant life, interesting looking plant life. It seems to glow.
Anything we recognise?
Yeah. Does no. Linda recognize any of that? Nothing?
No, I mean you get the impression that it possibly could have been stored foodstuffs or something. But as the two of you, can I have notice checks from the two of you, please? As you stand there near it. I think Himedy both certainly noticed it.
Oh yeah, this is the hypotenuse vociferous Galapagos.
Linda, you notice that you notice it's really strange. As you look at it, you can almost swear you can see it growing. Himedy, you can actually see it moving across the floor towards the two of you.
Yeah, okay. Fast, I'm going to say, Linda, why is Linda shaken?
Probably by the shock of your level of observation.
Linda, we need to leave.
Oh, can we burn this thing?
You can if you want to.
It's still moving towards us?
Oh yeah, just very slowly.
Okay. We can burn it from outside if we have to.
Okay. What was that?
Moving plants. Always not something you want to.
Moving plants.
Something you want to get involved in. Yeah. Normally you can't see them. You have to do time lapse photography to see them, but this one was moving faster than time lapse.
It's quite a long trek to the Temple of the Sun, but you might want to stock up on some water before you go.
Stock up on water, any kind of food we need. We can't get this Jeep working. What about if we just wheel it along? If I push it?
I wonder if the fuel from the Jeep would burn out the plant.
Ah, yeah. But once if we get this Jeep working,
fusion powered, like the spaceships, it's a plant from hell.
Tie a rope to it, and I'll pull it along with them in the back, like I'm a horse.
This scenario is reminding me of Torg, the Living Land, where technology doesn't work. You keep fighting that.
I'm aware of Torg, but
I was watching Shane Hensley's interview with Doug and Dave on the Fantasy Grounds YouTube the other day, and he was talking about Torg because that was where they got a lot of inspiration for Savage Worlds.
Yeah, I think it had some of the same designers.
Roger is going to point out the trail that is headed south away from here. That is probably the direction we need to go to find the next step in this.
Mm-hmm.
Linda's getting some water. Is the water potable? Does it feel steam potable?
Well, I'm assuming you have survival packs with all sorts of chemical, non-technically inclined chemicals to make it drinkable. Yes.
Yeah. Him and he's going to test it with his mouth. If it's good.
Just drop a vigor roll on the tower, will you please? Well, I think you saw it explode, so you're okay, Hibbity. You don't seem to notice any ill effects at all. Some people get annoyed that you can see dice exploding on the tower. My view is actually it shouldn't matter, because if we're sitting around a table and I'm rolling dice in secret and I roll the dice, pick them up and roll them again because something's exploded, you'd possibly pick up that.
I know, it's stupid.
I don't have a problem.
You can't see what the numbers are, and you don't know what the roll is for either, do you?
No.
Yeah. So what's he rolling for? That's the whole part of the. That's the whole. Is you're meant to start wondering why is the DM making a load of dice rolls?
As I say,
well, Linda's refilling and treating her water.
No problem at all. Yeah, you fill and treat your water. It comes back. It comes back as safe after that. You're quite happy with it. It's still my all-time favourite table in any role-playing game, the Nothing Happens table in Paranoia. It's brilliant. Brilliant table. It really does freak people out, but it really is just called the Nothing Happens table, because it does. You just read the bit and then you just let them sit there worrying about it when there's no real effect at all. Okay, I'm going to turn off the line of sights for everyone so you can appreciate the place. Without
a table that says what happens, and the results are also redacted, so they only see redacted.
Indeed. But anyway, as I say, Roger's pointed out the way south.
Okay, let's go south
then.
Stack up some water.
I agree.
We'll all refresh our water and drop our water purifying tablets in it.
You cannot be rolling when the players don't know.
Well,
mind you, in Savage Worlds, I will
fill our water flasks and all that.
Make sure we still got the reflective blankets, because that kind of helps. It's not perfect, but it helps in the desert. So
Linda tries to take an analog note of the location of this ranch in case we want to find this vehicle again, in case technology starts working.
Okay, you start your long trek southwards through the desert. Interesting. Okay.
How did you make that card appear? Did you just drag it to the desktop?
No, you just click on the card shoe and it deals the card.
Ah.
Card shoe.
Yeah.
Only the GM has got a card shoe.
It's under tools in Savage Worlds. There's a card shoe. You can leave it out, which I do on the desktop, but it's under GM tools. And if you click on it, it deals a card. And if you right click on it, there's an option to reshuffle the deck using like so. But anyway, it's very useful because obviously there are certain times where you draw a card to decide what happens, and hence I said interesting, because I got the 8 of clubs and I really wouldn't worry about it. So I do. Is Hibbity? Are you really going on your plan of towing this truck?
Well, we could do that if everyone wants to do it. How far is it south?
We don't have any animals to tow it with.
Yeah, and it's hot out.
That would be exhausting.
Indeed.
I mean, maybe we could walk.
That's why I was asking.
If we get 4 people.
Sorry.
If we get 4 people to walk on the wheels, maybe we can walk it out of here.
Well, Hibbity said he
everyone's got to make athletics checks on the wheels, yeah?
No,
Yes.
it's quite straightforward. It was basically it's a long it's more than a day's hike southwards, according to Himini, to the Temple of the Sun, and obviously you're going to have to make vigor checks with a +1 bonus because you have the reflective material. But if Himini was towing the vehicle, he'd get a -4. That's why I was asking.
I'd get a -4, but they wouldn't, would they? They'd be all they'd be like rested and.
Well, they'd still have to. Yes, indeed. But anyway, so everyone gets to make a vigor check with a +1 because you've got the reflective blankets. Also, random encounters in I'm not sure. So much in the old days,
/R
it was deal a
vigor.
car, and if you got a oh,
Did it just roll vigor?
crit fail vigor.
It's got to be roll, not R, isn't it?
So if you
What happened to my +1?
/roll vigor. Are you pooping me?
What happened to you?
Come on.
You critically failed. It doesn't matter. But it should be. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it won't work for me. It should be roll a tribute, shouldn't it? Why did you get a +12?
Because I just typed vigor +12. I already rolled vigor before. I rolled before.
Okay. I'm afraid to say. Okay. Well, yeah. This is going to be interesting. Okay, it's about midway through the afternoon when Linda collapses.
Quick, find the
Roll
light
on the
story.
entry table.
Oh wait! We've got these med things. Remember we hijacked a bunch of them from somewhere.
How do I roll on the
But
entry
they don't
table?
work out here.
Click on the little dragon
Not
thing and it'll pop it
those,
up.
The packs.
Ah. Okay, here we go.
The trauma packs.
Oh, don't worry. You don't have to roll on the injury table. But I'm glad that, just so you know, for testing purposes, you're fine. Because I know it says injury, but you're incapacitated due to your critical failure due to heat exhaustion, not actually any injuries. But yeah, Linda collapses. She's incapacitated through heat exhaustion because she.
We need to find a
I
lake.
think this is your department, Doc.
Her up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't we heal her up?
Is there some shade near?
Let's have notice checks.
That's the first thing, is to get her in the shade. I'm focused on her, though. I typically don't notice shit.
You do spot what looks to be a cave up ahead.
Oh, come on. It's like,
Him and he's big enough.
damn, come on.
That doesn't sound like a sucker play.
Well, we got to get her out of the sun, and we need to
Let's
bathe her.
put her in the shade.
We all refreshed our water, so pour water in her face.
Help me carry her, and then I'll treat her once we get in there. And kill the thing that's going to be hunting us.
Right.
I don't know what you're on about. You have such cynical views of things.
All right.
And a cave full of fluffy bunnies.
Oh, I did make a map, didn't I? Oh,
Do they have sharp teeth?
Big.
They're rabbits.
Teeth.
And then what's the simplify option? There is a simplify option, isn't there? Oh yeah, simplify occluders, which didn't work. Not to worry. And then what you do is
I think you have to select your occlusions to simplify.
Right. Hang on. How does this work? You draw. I'm just trying to remember how you do this. I draw a rectangle for the door, then I draw a line through the wall, then I click on the wall and delete the points, and it's not deleted.
But only get you got to get the 3 new lines, the 3 new points you drew, and then delete them, and then delete the extra one that appears in the middle.
Oh, that's it. You delete that's it. You delete the new points, don't you? Oh, there we go. So that did it, and then I can delete the door as well because I don't need the door. I was only doing the door to get me into the cave.
Not a door into a cave. It's a funny looking cave.
Okay, and then
Oh,
to
yeah.
Cave is
simplify the line
adorable.
of sight, I select all the points, and then I do simplify occluder. Thank you. See, I'm learning all this stuff. Okay, you'll like this cave. It's yeah. Okay, and then let's put the party just inside the cave entrance as you get Linda inside.
I'm not seeing the cave. Is it
shared
shared? Oh, there we go. Thanks.
Nice.
Josh will be proud of you, Kevin. You've done a real map.
So
it suddenly disappeared.
It shouldn't be too far in before the temperature drops down to like mid-60s, right?
Indeed. So I was just setting up the line of sight of the fact it's dark in this cave. So yeah.
Go and stand here and be guard, because we don't really need to go deep into the cave, do we? It's got to be cool here by the entrance, isn't it?
It is. This was me literally just playing around. This was the first attempt I did with playing around with the fact you can set the floor and the walls, can't you, as textures now. So this literally was my first attempt.
On behalf of
Linda, go into about there before it starts.
On behalf of unconscious Linda, I'm apologizing to the party in advance.
Why have you just followed through?
Looks good. I learned on the stream yesterday you could set the lights to do the auras. That's going to be huge for me.
Lights to do what? Sorry.
So like you can use the token lights and set them for like a radius, like for spirit guardians or something, so that I don't have to screw. So it can just follow the player around.
Oh,
so as they move with a paladin aura or with a spell that's an AOE, it tells me exactly who's tagged when.
Oh, that's rather nice. That's rather nice. The one that I really was impressed by yesterday was the fact that he drew a wall on a door, and then when he rotated the door, the line of sight moved with the door. I was impressed by that.
Yeah, that looked kind of interesting too.
Because he attached it to the door in it. I did that ages ago. I showed Josh that ages ago.
Did you?
I made a map where you had furniture blocking a corridor, and each piece of furniture had the line of sight in it, so you could move the furniture, and suddenly you could see down the corridor. And a secret door that was separate, and when you slid it across, the wall opened up, and the light.
What's really nice, I do like the fact that anything you paint now is selectable. It's so much nicer because you can. Before when
back and edit your stuff,
it was a nightmare.
I've got to get a drink. I should be back in 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, and at this point though too, like doesn't like anything that's got the occluder, doesn't that like built in, doesn't that automatically do it and change the line of sight?
I think so. I need to play around with it, and I do need to watch last night's video, especially if the Thesaurus thing's working, because that sounds cool. Okay. Okay.
What was the video?
Oh, it's every Saturday. Well, nearly every Saturday. Josh makes maps. Simple as that.
Oh, okay.
And if you've got the Fantasy Grounds art subscription, which means every month they release new art packs, and you just get them for as long as you have the subscription. Obviously, you can buy them, and if you buy them, you get to keep them forever. With the subscription, of course, you only get to keep them as long as you're paying the subscription. But financially, at the moment, I still think you're better off with a subscription than you are with.
How much is the subscription?
$5 a month.
$5 a month.
Really?
And the art packs are about $10 each, I think, aren't they, or something like that? And there's 2 to 3 art packs a month so far.
Do you get access to all the ones that have been released?
You get all of them. You get all. That
may be worth
it. Yeah, and then you see the thing is every so often all the maps he makes in those videos are using the art pack subscriptions, and then every so often they're bundled up and popped up on the forge, so you actually get all the maps he's drawn. And of course you need to have the art subscription to be able to use them, but if you don't have to have the art subscription, but you need to have all the artwork he's used, obviously, and then you get the map. All these wonderful maps he's drawn. You get them.
Right. But I think you still have to pull those from the forge separately. I don't know if they automatically upload, or do they now?
I don't know because he used to do it. I haven't downloaded any since before. I think they're now in the Forge, aren't they? I think I got the last one from the Forge, but I haven't played.
Yeah, and like but the last time I checked, it's like you have to look up under his name, and then like all of a sudden, like it'll show the ones he's done, and you can pull those.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the easiest. It's not the easiest to find. I know that because I was looking the other day, the other month. But anyway, that's by the by. I need a medical roll from the doc, and it looks like Himini, and I need some notice checks from Himini because Himini's standing guard. Looking deeper into the cave.
Do I need to roll again?
Morgana would have been here with her water, splashing water on, patting Linda's face with a damp cloth.
Yep, I'll give the doc +1 support bonus on his healing roll.
Okay, do I need to roll again? I rolled a 10, which would be 11.
I don't see it in the chat. I'm afraid oh yes, you had. Sorry, for some reason I must have accidentally scrolled my wheel up and I didn't notice it. Okay, no problem at all. You decide it's probably prudent at this point to spend the rest of the day in this cave to get to nurse Linda back to health.
Travel by night when we don't have the heat.
Himini hasn't noticed anything in the dark recess. It hasn't basically been shown any concern over anything inside this cave waiting for you.
Yet.
What I really should do is if I go back to the lighting area, I turn that off, go to here, and I go to there, and then go sunlight, which brings up some sunlight. And then what I should do is on the sunlight tab with that, I should then add a mask, and then I'm supposed to include stuff out, aren't I? But I never, like so. That's how I should do it, because then there should be daylight outside, which I do wish you could sort of set streaming. I wish there would, if you set ambient light outside, it would stream in through the doorway a bit better. You know what I mean?
It should, doesn't it?
No, unfortunately, it doesn't.
No, it would be really cool if it did, though, wouldn't it? There.
I think it does, but you have to like play with the size and like where it's coming from and the shadows and all that stuff.
Yeah, not to worry. There we go. Yeah, because it'd be nice to have it. I suppose you can fake it. I could fake it by doing something like
dumping a light right at the doorway or something.
Yeah, with a like a dim radius of something like I might have to move that. Oh, I forgot. You've actually got. I always forget. You have to drop the light, then modify it, don't you? Something like that would do it. So there you go. So that gets you light coming in from outside to a degree, doesn't it? And then it shades into the darkness behind it. That's how you'd have to do it.
And so, what did you do? End up doing just dropping a light?
I literally just dropped a light there and then increased the dim up to about 15. So it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how you add outside like daylight and stuff.
Yeah, you have to sort of do something clever.
Eventually, they'll get it so it comes in the doors and all that, won't they? But,
hopefully. In the meantime, yeah. Actually, this map it looks better even as a GM to actually have it in dark light mode. Anyway, that's too flickery. But anyway, okay. So you're going to have to. It looks like the doc says you're going to have to spend the night here. So we'll just see if anything. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Bag of gold falls out of the sky.
You just keep telling yourself that.
What'd you call me?
Bag of gold.
Since you've been gone, all that's left is a bag of gold. All that's left of the dreams we own.
Copyright strikes. Shut up.
Sorry. Keep forgetting.
Righty ho.
When the Benny starts giving you,
The bag of gold is a parody of a band of gold. So they can cough.
Fair use policy. Fair use policy. Good point.
but when the GM starts giving you bennies to stop singing, you might want to take those.
I will give Deckard a Benny because Deckard doesn't have any bennies, and it's about the time where everyone needs.
Hasn't got any bennies. So you're too stingy with the bennies, you see.
Okay, so what's anyone else doing? Basically, you're spending the night here, it would appear. So
I'm going to keep a watch on this end of the cave here. Okay.
And Morgana and Doc are probably, making sure that Linda's okay.
Indeed. It looks like, I mean, the cave, but from the sound of it, it's rather a large, extensive cave system, apparently.
We can have a look in the morning once Linda's recovered.
Well, did we want to just stay through the afternoon and then travel by night when it's cooler, or try to avoid the heat of the day, or?
Are there any dune worms or anything that we got to worry about at night? What comes out at night in the deserts?
How many of us can see in the dark? Because we aren't going to have any torches, and it's going to be freaking dark.
Doesn't Banshee have moons or anything like that?
That's an interesting point, actually. Torches, do they stop into work?
Yeah, they're battery powered, aren't they? So yes.
We're going to have to make. I'm going to go and make a torch out of some bits of stone, rag, and sticks that I find somewhere. There must be something somewhere around.
You probably don't want to go into a deep, dark cave without any light sources. The night passes uneventfully, and in the morning, you can set out again.
First thing to do, we need to get stuff to make torches.
How come Linda's showing us a neutral now?
Well, you need trees, you need dead branches,
Okay. It basically, you reckon it will take. Timothy reckons it will take the best part of 6 hours to reach the temple area. So I think I'm going to be cruel. Make you all make vigor checks with +1 reflection bonus again.
Oh shit.
I was wondering if we could use the oil from the massive dead bodies to make a lantern.
Oh man! Yeah, because using oil, spirit oil, works out well in Deadlands.
That's very true.
Yeah, I think Morgana's starting to feel the heat. She's getting
Morgana's definitely starting to feel the heat. Yep. Morgana's definitely starting to feel the heat.
Pushing you to the side.
Because even a Benny didn't help that one. So
Linda's on the rebound.
Linda's on the rebound. Okay, so unfortunately, basically,
Roger just barely makes that between the -2 for his zeal and everything else. He's hurting, but he's okay.
Oh yeah, because of course you've got your fatigue penalties as well, haven't you? I forget that. It doesn't I forget you got that one. Why is that not factoring in? Oh yeah, because you hit ailing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, -2 to resist fatigue. So yeah, you make that 6. Yep, you're fine. Okay. The Desert Temple of the Sun appears in the distance, and it is made this map a lot bigger than it needed to be. It turns out I didn't realise when I turned the grid on. I forgot how big is it? Yes, that's fine. It means you can get lots of opportunities to sneak in. Okay, let's put the party on the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. You're all in the top right corner if it's a very big map.
Did Linda make it?
No, Linda's fine. Linda's fine. It's only Morgana who suffers the ill effects there.
No, I mean my character doesn't seem to be on the new map. I seem to be on the old map.
You know what? You possibly. Yep. Sorry.
There we go.
You're showing Linda as neutral instead of a friendly.
It is, isn't it? That's a bit worrying, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Can I have some notice rolls, please?
Mm.
Yeah, Morgana's just too tired to give a damn.
Wonderful architecture. Ooh, what's that?
Okay. Yeah, I think Morgana's too tired. Roger got the raise. So everyone else, Roger, you do notice there appear to be Anouk warriors patrolling the outskirts. However, Roger, you notice there's disturbing crackling lights coming from various areas around, and you notice it would appear that there seems to be sort of energy holes in the ground, as it were. You can also barely hear. Again, this is just Roger and Deckard, because I've just noticed his notice roll. Deckard and Roger noticed. You can hear chanting coming from above the top of the steps of the temple.
Great.
So we're going to sneak.
Sorry, I'm afraid someone put the correct word in. So notice my notice roll. Yeah, someone has put in the Jinx has put in the correct wordage here. So therefore I do have to do it, because whenever Jiminy types it in the Twitch stream, I have to do it. The phrase has been told, so the bennies must flow. There you go.
The bennies must flow. Never tell you a night train run and 12 bennies.
Yeah, I must admit, night train probably nowadays would probably be a bit easier, because I've been night train's one where I'm fairly I'm not fairly stingy on bennies. It's just horrible, isn't it? Anyway, Linda's hiding.
Oh, so what are we going to do? Have they spotted us? Are we going to sneak?
She's buggered off.
He's buggered off.
Are we sneaking or what?
Can't Henry make these guys non-hostile? I mean, aren't these just like, cousins?
Yeah, they're not my tribe.
And Morgana, because somebody shouts alarm, she's gonna duck behind a rock because she's just too tired to really give a damn.
Okay, Morgana's going behind the rock as well. What about the remaining four of you?
Let's all go behind the rock and pretend we saw the thing and snuck in, because then we can talk about sneaking without getting spotted.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. Obviously, I've put you there. I'm not saying that's exactly where you are yet. So you can all definitely. I'm not going to be that mean if you want to. Yeah, you can all make stealth rolls if you want to get closer.
We want to sneak up and try and avoid killing everything in the whole area and just disrupt the ritual, and then kill everything in the area, or do we want to?
Doesn't it seem like this ritual's been going on for a long time? Is there like a sucking noise through those holes?
My hope is.
We have to maintain the ritual to maintain the drain.
Yes, that is my hope. That if we disrupt them.
There's a lot of them. We need to figure out how to do this. We need to. Does conviction
instead of just charging in, because
all we have to do is just distract one of them, and the whole ritual falls apart. I promise you. The way it works.
Does conviction get us over the hump on the nanobots, or is that wishful thinking?
Nanobots.
Actually, why does Deckard still have conviction?
But and at this point, Morgana's tired. She goes, "You see all the energy charging in the air? It might be able to recharge your weapons." And then she's gonna slump to the ground. Just tired.
This is the thing. That by this point, this close to here, no technology at all. No technology of yours is no longer working. There seems to be energy pouring out of these portals, and basically sort of the energy is pouring out of those four portals. They seem to be. It seems to be swirling around the temple, and then basically seems to be going upwards like a shield and extending outwards. From what you were saying there is, I think what they seem to be doing is, the longer they maintain the ritual, the larger the area of anti-technology field is.
Oh, so they're trying to cover the whole planet.
Basically, yeah. At the moment, it's only covering an area of the New Sahara, so they'll probably be going for quite some time.
Right. So what we need? What's the plan of action?
I should point out who got the raise. Deckard and Roger got the raise. It's a bit hard to see from this distance. It's a bit hard to see from this distance, but you note there do appear to be humans up on the temple with the Anouks. They are dressed very scantily and have basically are all armed with primitive weapons.
Great. Did Dead Basement Grandpa have notes about other humans joining in the Anouks?
Well, he didn't know. No, he didn't mention that. But obviously, the Ravenites were humans on Earth originally.
Oh, okay. That's right.
And the other thing to bear in mind is if they are Ravenites, they're from 1880s odd. At least the way they dress. The way they dress, you can heartily believe these guys stepped straight out of the 19th century. To use old-fashioned, politically incorrect terms of the 20th century Western movies, they are dressed as Indians, or Native Americans, as we should say these days. But back then, of course, in the 19th century, they would have been called Indians. Injuns.
They're Injuns.
Yeah. Okay, I'm afraid to say Hibbity rolled a 3 on his stealth, and they rolled a 12 on their notice. So the Anouk warriors have noticed you.
All of them.
The group, the 4 nearest you have, yes. So let's see what happens. Morgana gets to go first.
Just slump back to behind the rock where there's something like shade and not feeling particularly well.
Trying to get shade, not stealth.
She's going through her stuff because with the Mr. Fix-It or the MacGyver and Mr. Fix-It edges, she's trying to figure out if there's some way she can rig some link into those portals to draw that energy back into their weapons.
Ooh. That deserves a Benny, even if it doesn't work.
Did anyone make that occult roll I asked for earlier?
Let me see.
So, do you need what kind of rolls to see if I come up?
You can certainly make a repair check. Hibbity and Doc. Unfortunately, Morgana, you cannot think of any. Unfortunately, nothing. Given that it's nothing technological based, and in fact, what's coming out of those portals is only anti-technology. You think that as long as they're running, there's nothing. Nothing can be done to help you in that regard.
See if you can reverse the flow on those things.
Doc and Himini, what you're thinking is your line of thinking is disrupting the portals would affect the ritual. Also, you both got raises. There are no. If the Ravenite ritual is really drawing energy from what used to be known as the happy hunting grounds to power this, unfortunately there is a very good chance that things from the happy hunting grounds could well pop through. The amount of energy they're drawing, those would be like beacons in the happy hunting grounds.
Oh shit! Really?
Yes. Decades.
Can Linda do a science roll in case she has any inspiration on this?
Please do, yes.
So, we don't have to fight them. We can disrupt these portals, I think. Himini, what do you think?
Well, we'll be able to kill a few of them later, won't we? Yeah. Let's disrupt the portals. That's the best.
Science goes out the window, it has to be said on these sorts of things, Linda, but if energy is pouring out of these portals, then closing the portals is probably the way to go. And same with you, Morgana. You think of it in terms of electrical circuits. If the closing the circuits should turn off the effect. But Deckard is going first.
What is the idea? What seems to be the sort of mechanical idea of this, or conservation of energy idea? What kind of energy is pouring through? I would have thought it would be sucking energy out of the world. Oh, it's putting up a shield. Some sort of weird shield.
It's magic. A wizard did it.
It's spirit energy.
Yeah. It's negative. It's basically magical energy that negates that is being construed to negate technology. It's instead of being an anti-magic field, it's an anti-technology field.
It's like filling a volume with anti-magic.
Except anti-technology instead of anti-magic. Deckard, you requested interrupt.
Can I see it from here?
You could see. You can't see it because it's behind a wall. You could see the energy pouring out of it. But what happened was you could see from your position here, you could see that one, and you could see the energy pouring out of that. So from that, you can deduce there is one there. So I've given it a cover bonus, so you can target the general area, if that makes sense. Or you can sort of direct your nanobots over the top in an attempt to hit it, but it will get a cover bonus, which I've given it.
What about that one? That one looks more visible, doesn't it?
Yeah, that one's the most visible as well. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that one.
But it's too far away for me. I'll shoot to go for this one.
Yeah. Go for it.
Sorry about that. All right.
Maybe we should go. There's a big rock near one of them. There's a big rock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We could just push rocks into it. Maybe that'll work.
Oh, that's not quite what I meant. I mean, there's a big rock that could give us cover.
Unless the
And
energy,
that doesn't make sense.
there's a chance the energy in that would just
oh damn! It's not meant to be a hit with a raise, but too late now. If I want to be really evil, I can reduce it. I can deduce that the 14 was the extra damage dice, which means that takes it down to 13 points of damage.
Wait, what?
Well, it shouldn't be a hit with a raise because it's not a hit with a raise, but your bolt, for some reason, instead of being treated as a ranged attack, was treated as a parry attack. Therefore, cover doesn't have any effect on it, which it should have done. So it was meant to be -4 to hit with cover, which turns a 13 to an 11, which means, hang on, I'm talking rubbish. That's still a hit with a raise.
13 to a 9.
Yes.
13 to a 9.
Yeah, I'm being stupid. It's still a hit. It's a 13 to a 9 versus a 4 is still a hit with a raise. I'm talking rubbish. Okay, but that's fine. I want to know why something else isn't working, and I'm very angry. Because I tested
Don't take it out on us.
No,
Take it out
on the other side of that wall.
I tested it out. Earlier. Oh, it is working. Shielded. Toughness. Yeah. Okay, that's absolutely fine. That portal explodes.
Nice shooting.
Yay!
Nice shooting, Dex.
Woohoo!
Hang on,
And I'm gonna go take cover behind Roger here. No, I'm kidding. I'll end my turn.
Stand behind a cactus. How big are these cacti?
How do you get your powers to work? Mine don't seem to work.
Been super duper lucky.
Okay.
Okay,
and what did you do?
The explosion takes out one of the Anouks.
And his blood splats in the right spot.
I know.
Nice.
Amazing, isn't it?
Did it work, really?
It killed one, exploded one, and then killed one of them as well.
Right, but did the blood splat work?
Yeah, the blood
the blood splat's exactly in the right spot. That's two in a row now.
And that means the
next one will be in the wrong spot just to annoy us.
Yeah.
So since he took out the energy field in our corner, does that mean our quadrant technology begins to work?
Nope.
Just checking.
I know. No. You got to bear in mind, all they're doing now is they're stretching it out. If you stop it, then if you stop the ritual, then the sphere can't continue to advance. You have no way of knowing if it will ever dissipate or retract. That's a separate issue. In the meantime, I do want. Actually, I'm going to whisper it because by this point, Himini, yeah.
Himini speaking in tongues.
Yeah. Okay, Himini, that's not a problem.
Yeah, that's
There was
the thing.
almost two
That
sixes
when it
and
happened
double
on Earth,
raises then.
when it happened on Earth, even though the ritual was disrupted, it didn't shrink the area that had already been affected.
Wow, that's a good run.
You know my ruling on running.
Suddenly
on that.
Suddenly the combat tracker is very busy.
So, I did the thing you asked.
I know.
Did it do anything for me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Holy
You're
poop!
going.
There we go. Himiny is running.
Very interesting.
In fact, actually, I'm going to retcon something. I'm going to retcon something right now.
What is that black thing? Is that a rock out of the ground, or is that a hole in the ground?
I was wondering myself.
That,
below.
it's a hole.
Yeah. That's a mysterious hole.
It's a mysterious hole. It's a hole in the ground. Yes. So
You've got a mysterious hole.
I've just rescaled the size of the grid to give you guys the ability to cover more distance and basically increase ranges to things because I'm feeling nice. Okay, Himity, you run to there. What are you going to do now? The foe is 7 inches away from you.
Gonna kill him.
Oh wow!
You do.
And the attacks will come back as well after I kill him. Right, I've got to get a 12 and a 6.
Or a 3 and a 3 and a 3. Oh dear. I thought you were trying to find every way to roll 9 there, but that you did manage to roll a 10 the second time. You shake him.
And then I will. Hang on. So that's my run done, is it? Yeah.
That's your run done, yeah.
Okay.
Roger, you're up.
After Roger.
Roger is also going to run. Roger is going to run to here.
Roger ducks behind the wall, gaining a cover bonus.
Some cacti hit him anyway.
Oh, I slid under the cacti. Didn't you see how far I ran? A perfect first base slide.
Yeah, it was a brilliant slide there. Safe! That's all I know about baseball.
And that's pretty much all I know, too. So
okay, portal. Okay, portal. Okay. Portal 3. Okay. Portal 4. Oh! Okay, where's portal number 4?
Is that the far side?
Yep.
Oh no, that's the one that's on the northwest.
There's suddenly a sort of pulsing noise, and then there's like a bright flash of light coming from this portal over here, and just afterwards there appears to be a very large, spiky entity with glowing skin and one rather large central eye standing.
We're going to be seeing that. What is it? The ELO Olivia Newton-John song, "Manitou."
Could well be, but this thing,
Xanadu?
Manitou.
I'm gonna give
Xanadu?
Manitou.
I got the joke. It was very good. Basically, something steps out through the portal, and it doesn't look very nice. Doc, you're up.
Now he is here. It's Manitou.
Doc?
Yes, that's me. I'm busy
That's okay.
doing song parodies. It is a parody.
I know it's a parody. I definitely thought Manitou for Xanadu was rather clever there. Which is why I wanted everyone bennies, because I'm feeling nice.
So, quick question. If I spend a point of conviction, can I add to my run?
I don't think conviction technically adds to your run because running is not a trait roll.
All right, fair enough.
But
I'll just go
why
then.
not?
Yeah, I think that's like the one thing it doesn't do.
Yeah. But then you're not supposed to let you use bennies for rerolls, so why not? Go on, let's go wild.
All right.
If you want to
Fair
spend a
enough.
point of conviction, I'll let you get an extra D6 on your run roll because who cares? It's fun. It's meant to be fast and furious.
Rule of cool.
Exactly. It's such a I really like the idea of that. I mean, it does strike me as something like conviction would make sense for, doesn't it? It's like, because conviction is like you'll do whatever it takes. So yes, you would.
Yeah, you turn into Tom Cruise. You're like,
yeah. Oh, I'm going to see that tonight. Looking forward to it. Anyway, Doc, you literally put on a huge burst of speed and reach there. What do you do when you get there?
And it's the one bonus to not playing in organized play is that you can do that stuff and not like get everybody in a tizzy about it.
Yes.
I am running for. Actually, I'm headed for this portal over here.
Okay. What, the one that's just disgorged an entity?
Right. Yeah, I may have to change my plans once I come around that corner, but right now.
Okie doke. I'm just wondering because you hadn't ended your turn, so I didn't realise. Okay, the Ravenite Braves aren't doing anything because you are not threatening them. The Ravenite Shamans are going to carry on doing what they're doing, which is chanting for now. I'll give them their PowerPoints while I work my way down the list. Linda's up.
First of all, Linda doesn't know what to do, but I guess she's just going to follow. She has a pace of 4, so she can run. If she runs, she can run 8. Is that what's happening?
Yes. If you roll your you're encumbered, aren't you? Yes. So yeah, just click the run button down in the bottom left, and it'll work. It'll calculate your run for you.
Oh.
Single click, don't double click.
Run. Oh, it tells me how far I can.
Yeah.
Oh, so that gives me the 12. I forgot about that. Otherwise, it could have been 7 to 12. Okay, well, I've done I'm going to move like that, and then I guess my turn is over. I'm going to.
Hang on. That doesn't.
And close.
Right. Oh my word! Being encumbered does affect the running die. I did not realise that. Makes sense. Based on Deckard, based on the way Deckard's been throwing his nanobots around, you've got no reason to doubt, even though the GM's trying to freak you out about what will happen when at the end of all this, you've got no reason to doubt your nanobots will work, for the record.
Okay, well, I don't have the same weapons that Deckard has, so I'm going to wait.
No, that's absolutely fine.
So.
Okay,
yeah.
Anouk, warrior number 5. Where are you? You're way over there. That's absolutely fine. You can hear stuff. You're okay. Okay, Anouk, warrior number 2. He might not have to run. He probably can just reach the dock and swing his battle axe. Oh, Doc! You basically an Anouk warrior runs towards you with his death mask, and he's missing his battle paint. Oh, because he's not a veteran, and he swings his axe at you, and unfortunately, you possibly fail to dodge it unless you make your soak roll.
Yeah, do I have to spend a penny to do a soak? I can't remember.
Most certainly. Sorry, that threw me 3 dice and it got a 6. I didn't see the 6 on any of the dice, but that's absolutely fine. You basically, obviously, moving fast and deftly means the hit does not really make proper contact. It's just a glancing blow with no long-term effects.
So what? Does it add it together? How does it work? How did that work?
It takes the best of the rolls.
Right, but none of them exploded. So did conviction dice not explode? I wish you could click on that and see what you rolled. You know what I mean?
I do. I am very confused why you got a 6 on your conviction roll there. Do you know what I mean? Because that doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to argue with it because it's still a success, but I have no idea what it's playing at. This guy basically... Oh, dear. This guy...
Oh.
Did you not roll it? Did you not roll it? Did it somehow just... No, I saw the dice explode. I don't know. Unfortunately, this guy here, he's literally powering past you, and it basically just swings his axe as he goes by you. Unfortunately, his momentum going in the opposite direction of yours means this could be quite a nasty hit as you and him collide. However, the shock of it is obviously more painful than the actual blow, as it really is a glancing blow that leaves you slightly dazed. That was 7 to there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gets him to there as he literally just runs past the dock swinging and then continues running. Anouk number 5 is not going to worry about. Anouk number 6 is going to run. Athletics roll. Oh well, that's the end of that. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, Anouk's number 6. It looks very spectacular. Number 6 jumps and disappears. As he literally, you see this Anouk warrior jump to clear the pit, and he doesn't. He just disappears into the darkness.
But maybe he jumped like you were speaking magically. He jumped.
No, he
jumped, slipped, fell down, and broke his neck.
Okay. In the meantime, Himini, you use your Tarjak to block the attack coming towards you. And the Anouk Shamans aren't going to do anything this round because they're quite happily getting on with their process. Which brings us to
Did a swap, slip, and a dump.
Which brings us to the Evil Eye, which has a movement of 6.
It's an evil eye. It's got eyes that are evil.
Certainly does.
The eyes have it.
Doc has run off on his own. What were you thinking, Doc?
Okay, the evil eye.
I think once he rounds the corner, he's going to be like, "Oh, bummer." Yeah, he sees that thing coming around the corner. He's like, "What was I thinking?" Good question.
Okay, so the evil eye makes its gaze attack upon the because obviously you that the Anouk warrior suddenly glances behind him as he sees you stare at what's coming, and the two of you basically are staring at it as it opens its large central eye and hits you with a gaze attack, which is successful. Let's see if you can avoid it. Yep, the Doc avoids it and the Anouk warrior avoids it. You both avoid the evil eye's gaze attack. Nicely done. Even on its roll. Because it's a breath weapon which can be evaded, and you both evaded it. So that's the end of the first round. Let's see what happens now. Oh, look at that. The bad guys got bennies, and so did Deckard. Jokers, I meant. Mr. Deckard.
And bennies, yeah.
Yeah. No, Mr. Deckard got the Joker. Everyone else got the bennies. But I don't hear Mr. Deckard talking. Have we lost him?
No, I was here. I was just letting everybody go before I did anything. So
that's okay.
So I look over at Himini and I say, Should we go and get another one of those shields?
Yes. We need to rescue Doc first.
Jesus, did he run off by himself? Okay.
Yep, sorry.
All right. I don't even see him.
You give him a Chikata when he thinks he's an Anouk warrior.
That's what it is. I throw the damn thing down and hiss at it.
No, don't throw it down. No. Keep it. Just You might come in handy. Just don't run off.
Deckard moves to there. I'm intrigued to know what he's doing. Oh my word.
I'm sorry. My daughters brought the dog in. We had a little weird. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Easy. Easy. Um.
Your daughter ran out of bennies?
Yeah. No. She just let the dog in at the wrong time. Is that going to get me to 20?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll move there then.
There's a hole. Oh, I see. That's a range.
Yeah, because the range for my bolt is 2 times my smart. So.
Oh, perfect.
Nearly a crit fail. But oh, 1 again. Okay. Parry is. Why is it saying parry 6? Is it's absolutely fine as saying parry 6. I'm happy with that. That's fine. The terminology is wrong, but that's okay. The portals have arcane resistance, which makes them harder to hit. So if it's treating it as parry 6, that's fine by me. Oh, look at that. He's managed to inflict a wound upon the portal. I don't really want you to hurt that portal, so I'm going to fail to spend a penny on that portal. So that's another portal going down.
Nice.
Which one was that that he attacked?
I went to the south because that's the one I could get and I could see and also come towards you.
It's gone. You killed it.
Yeah, so
it actually has a splat.
I got mine too. Another one of my Legolas.
Okay. Net result is one Anouk warrior is incapacitated by that. And one Anouk warrior is shaken by the resulting explosion from the end of the portal.
And the DM's going to uninvite me from the game.
Okay, now things get interesting because the Raven Knights will not be amused that you're disrupting their process. So.
Holy crap.
What are you seeing?
They are booking.
A good run roll, that's all. Plus, they've got fleet-footed.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a fleet axe that'll chop them in half as they come running in.
Okay. As Deckard finishes sending the nanobots outwards, he narrowly avoids being hit by an arrow, which does shake him. That's not such a good a roll. I don't know, actually. It turned out pretty well in the end. I'm just going to have to shoot the dock, I'm afraid.
Wait,
No!
who's thinking I am?
You were right, Doc. Just say no, and it missed. What you got to do is when he says he's going to shoot, you say no, and it's going to miss. We figured it out now.
Miss Himini, and last but no means least, 14. A shot at Doc. He didn't say no that time. Oh, it's a wound upon the dock as an arrow hits him. Forgot about the Joker bonus.
He's got the Benny as well, hasn't he? So he's got the shaken already. So
yeah. So the doc can spend a Benny with conviction to soak that, which he does.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. And the doc is up next.
Defend and retreat.
Yeah, I need to.
Don't forget, you have conviction until the end of your turn, even if you don't spend a Benny.
Right. Well, I'm going to yell out. I don't know what this thing is, but he's literally looking ugly. And I am going to. I need to withdraw or disengage, right?
Defend.
You got a choice. You could defend, or you can defend, and then that just basically means that when I get the free attack, you get a bonus on your parry. Or you can try attacking this guy in front of you, hope you can shake him, and then you can move away without any ill effects. It's your call.
Yeah, no. I need to defend. Then
You can drag it off the effect thing onto your.
Or you just get the GM to type def and press.
Yeah, or you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you can now make a move. Well, I'll get the Anouk warrior to swing at you as you break away, which your defense works. Your defense protects you as you move away from the free attack.
okay. Now, if I run, should he have gotten a -2 to that?
Can you run when you're defending? Don't think you can you?
You can. You just can't do anything else.
Yeah. You can run now. Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry. This is just a.
Everybody should converge to a similar location so that range of effect can.
Will stand behind me, so when they come in, I can just sweep them. Yeah.
So range of effect can affect all of them at once, since they seem to be closing with us.
Well, they're just engaging you because you disrupted the ritual. Oh, hang on.
Yes.
You've destroyed.
I'm just telling everybody to group together.
Yeah. Okay, Doc, you can move up to 9 inches on your run, I believe, unless you're fleet-footed. Yeah. That's 11.
Oh, I thought we were still. I thought I had conviction until the end of my turn.
Oh, I apologise. You do. Yep. Sorry. I do apologise, Doc. There you go.
So you may move normally, but may not run if you're defending. Yeah, I was right.
Oh well. Yeah, I wasn't sure for this one and only time that.
Well, no, for in future.
Yes, the doc got away with it. Happy Sunday, long shot. The doc got away with it because I forgot that ruling, and that's my view on things. If I forget the ruling, okay. Now,
of course, it's not worth worrying about, is it? As long as you're having fun, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Okay.
Just checking with my brain.
The Ravenite Shaman. It's obviously now you're disrupting what they're up to, so the Ravenite Shamans are trying desperately to hold on to the power. Whew, yep, just.
I've decided.
Well, Morgana's going to spend the point of conviction to get over the damn fatigue.
Okay.
It won't get her over it, but it'll help. It'll help off her.
Come running at me, I can kill them all.
And
go for it. I say with our new house rule, if you want to run, you'll get to run and then roll an extra.
See the Anouk warrior from here. You go ahead and move me so I can see what my range is. Okay, that's medium range, I think. And she's gonna throw the ATAX at him.
Okay, you throw the ATAX at him, which is a 4-pointed star, I believe, isn't it? That returns to you. If you get
I'm gonna spend a Benny on it.
Okay, well, you do have 6 of them.
Get the raise.
Ammunition shouldn't. Oh, actually, yes, it does apply because you just have to manually reset it. So I'm afraid you just have to manually reset that one. You hit, so it hits, but it won't come back to you. That's why I put ammo.
Yeah, but if it takes him down, then I can go get it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It took him down, I suspect. Yeah, that incapacitates him. So down he goes.
And I'm here by this cactus, with what minimal cover that provides.
Yes.
Shooting arrows, so you could go prone, but we've got no guns, have we? So yeah.
I have to go after my ATACs after this.
The creature that came out swings its sharp claws at the Ravenite Brave, missing barely.
Oh, that's good. It's attacking everything, right?
Roger, you're up.
Okay, Roger is going to step down here and attack this one.
Okay. What's unarmed defender bonus?
Well, I've got a
+2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't make any difference, but the guy's still using his bow at the moment because he hasn't drawn his tomahawks because he fired an arrow. So you do get a +2 bonus to hit him because of that fact. But he's obviously very good at dodging you regardless.
Yeah, apparently. Okay. Bother. He does not have his weapon out. No, I already moved my 6 inches. Never mind.
Okay, Anouk Warrior number 2. Let's have a look. Someone's asking interesting questions. Anouk Warriors, pace 6. Anouk Warrior Veterans, pace 6. Anouk Shamans, pace 6. Yep, Anooks have pace 6. I suppose they're humans, except that they're almost they're humanoids, aren't they? Okay, this Anouk Warrior here has initiative. He is going to chase after the person that ran away. Getting a 9, which basically means he doesn't get to the dock. Well, he catches up to the dock, but he also gets in line with Deckard, so he's just going to swing at Deckard as he goes. Maybe it's just because they're so tall. I don't know. I know what you mean. Okay, I'm afraid Deckard's been hit. Doing negligible. Deckard ducks the blow.
Why are they hitting at me?
Because you were closer. It basically because Doc ran behind. Doc ran behind you. And so therefore it basically couldn't reach the dock, so it hit you instead, basically, is the truth of the
What do you think was going to happen when they used you as a shield? I mean, come on. I'm sorry, Deckard.
Okay, can this one clamber out the pit he fell into? No. He's stuck down a hole.
Rattlesnakes are going to get him.
Oh, God.
Himini blocks the attack. The Anouk Shaman.
Snakes.
The Anouk Shaman.
Speaking of which, didn't one of the leads of Tremors just die?
Oh dear. Anouk Shaman just failed his faith roll. That could be unpleasant. Oh, he's okay. Because obviously you're disrupting energy left, right, and centre, so it's causing all sorts of problems. And the last Anouk Shaman. Yep, they're all okay. Linda, you're up.
Okay, Linda is going to move to there. Not quite joining the group. And then she's going to. Does conviction help with casting nanobots? What is?
It helps with everything.
Conviction helps with everything.
Okay, so Deckard, were you using conviction to get your nanobots to work?
No, nanobots there's no logical reason for your nanobots to work. They just are.
Okay, well, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm not going to use conviction because I don't really know if it's worth it or not. So
conviction,
Linda's going to
roll an extra d6 and add it to your existing roll. It's not the best of 3 with conviction. Oh, that's how you got a 6 on a 6, because it was conviction. For argument's sake, you rolled a 5 on a d6 and a 1 on your conviction. That gives you a 6 on a 6-sided dice. That's what I couldn't work out earlier.
Gives you plus d6 to everything you do.
Yeah,
So
conviction
it's definitely
adds
worth
D6
it.
to your damage rolls, and conviction adds D6 to your trait rolls. That's what conviction does. It adds it on. It's not an extra dice. It's a plus 1d6 to your best roll of your other 2 dice.
Okay. So do I need to do that now if I want, or can I choose to do it depending on the roll?
You have to do it.
And how long? And how long does it last? 1 round or 1 turn?
It lasts for one. It lasts for a complete round, so it ends at the end of your next turn. However, you can spend a penny to keep it going.
Okay. Assuming that I can do what I need to do, I'm spending a conviction now. I think I'm in range, so I don't think that should be a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Confusion. I'm going to do it with Medium Blast, so that's a +2. I'm going to do it with Range +1, and that's it. So +3, so that's 4. And let's do that. Confusion. So, I need to do the targeting. Is that it? Let's see. So that would be like this, and then this. So right there is what I want to do. Just to confirm, that is within range of Linda. 24. It's about there.
That is within range.
Yep. Okay. And I'm just going to roll now. Is that good enough?
Yep, go for it.
Oh, how come that's not going down? Ah, there we go. Okay, roll. Here we go. Transmute Confusion. That's not good enough. I doubt that's good enough. I'm going to Benny that.
No, that's a success of 6. Don't think
that is good enough?
Yeah, you only need a 4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you then, but the only thing I would say is, that didn't do it. That didn't whisper. There we are. The only thing I would say is if confusion gets, the only thing to say is if you get a raise, they do get a -2 penalty. That's the only difference, isn't it?
Let me give it another shot since I get an extra die to add. That wasn't a very good roll, so.
There you go.
Better. There we go.
Conviction
Okay.
with a raise. I tell you what it is because we didn't actually target them. That's why it's not telling us you got the raise. But that's absolutely fine. So, I need to quickly.
Who is he targeting?
Shamans. The circle.
He just hit all the shaman in the circle.
Oh, brilliant. The one's right in the middle that are miles away from us, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage of my high, whatever it is that gives me long range.
Smarts.
My high smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just going to make smart. I forgot I've applied it, so I'll just turn them off if they make it because I added them by mistake. I always forget they actually get a saving throw on conviction, but it is at -2, which is why adding it actually helps. Can you believe it? He made it.
Somebody's got to not make it. Oh, yeah.
He fails. And,
Somebody failed.
And the Ravenite Shamans, smarts up here. So you first.
And was it -2 or was it minus? I thought I got a raise. Would that have made a difference, or did you already factor that in?
Did you?
I bennied the roll and got a raise.
Yeah, which makes it -2 on their saving throws.
Oh, you're right. -2 with the raise. I thought it was -2 by default.
No. Okie dokie.
So two of them didn't make it.
You got one Ravenite and one Anouk Shaman. Nicely done.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I apply it to all of them. I apply it to all of them because then I apply it to all of them because then when I make their smarts roll, it actually does the -2. So then I can turn it off if that makes sense. So it was an interest. It's whether it's an actual shortcut, I'm not sure, but it saves me having to manually do dice modifiers. Okie dokie, you've closed down 2 portals, haven't you? Okay. That's unfortunate.
No, it's not.
No. Okay.
It is of great fortune.
Boom. Another portal pulses.
Ugh.
Okay. Himini, you're up.
Tell me when it does it. It goes.
Himini, if you're talking, we cannot hear you. Don't forget.
You can't hear me talking because I'm not talking.
You can now spend your point of conviction. If you spend a point of conviction when the combat tracker isn't active, it treats you as you've already spent it last turn. So when it comes to you, it says, "Oh, it's going to expire." And if I'm not paying attention, you get diddled out of your conviction. So anyway, you apply conviction and miss. Nearly a crit fail. Okay, you don't crit fail. You actually hit. Roll for damage. You're going to have to leave this mid-fight at this rate. But anyway. We get one more round in. 4 wounds? That's quite brutal.
Nice. Way to go, Himini.
So you literally cleave the Anouk warrior in twain and then basically back off.
And then I go and hit his mate.
Yep, that's fine. Go for it.
Ooh, that looks good.
Himini is a melee killing machine, I've noticed.
Yeah, when I hit.
Indeed.
Nice.
Okay, Evil Eye 2 has arrived. Sure if you can get him. Oh, it can. Get his attack. Ooh,
They were able to do that even though there were 2 shamans down.
Hasn't had any effect yet. Because you've made them vulnerable and distracted, which means next turn it could get very interesting. Okay, new round. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, look at that. Himini and Linda get jokers.
I'm going to waste a Benny then, getting a... But I don't need to. Right.
Well done, you guys.
Awesome. I think I'll use that to go early. I never go early.
Well, that's the thing about hesitant, isn't it? Himini.
Yes.
Himini is moving to there. Thank you. Make this map bigger now. There. The Ravenite Brave takes 2 wounds. Where is the Ravenite Brave? He is here. That will incapacitate him. I will spend a Benny. He is up. The Ravenite Brave blocks your attacks.
Linda's up. Linda's going to do the same thing she did last time. See if I can take down a few more before their turn. So that will be the same power points of 4. What would fatigue help us if I try and fatigue them? Is it worth pumping some fatigue into there?
Makes them slower, makes them get -1 on everything.
Fatigue would help, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go full bore. I'm going to add fatigue to what I did before. So that makes it a full 6. And I'm going to... Did you target them for me?
I did.
Okay, thank you. And I don't need to do the area of effect thing then. I thought that targeted them.
No, the air effect is how we work out what's targeted. Targeting, unfortunately, separate. Okie
That looks pretty
dokie.
good.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to hit them all. The easiest thing to do is just hit them all with distracted and vulnerable again, because you can't have it more than once. If they've already got it, it doesn't matter. Except, actually, I shouldn't have done. Yeah. I know it was one Anouk Shaman, and I know it was one Ravenite that didn't have it. All the others had it. Well, he's certainly got it. He's critically failed. And the Ravenite... Yep, you got all of them now. They're all distracted and vulnerable. Do you wish to spend a penny to maintain your conviction?
Yes, I will. I'll spend a penny to maintain conviction.
You spend a penny.
So just drop that in the...
Just drop it in the chat. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Evil Eye number 2.
Just drag it from the Benny box to the conviction box on your character sheet.
Oh, okay. I'll do that next time.
Yeah, I don't mind either way. Evil Eye number 2 is basically...
Oh, can Linda move a little bit after that?
You most certainly can. Sorry, I'm just...
Okay. There we go.
Absolutely fun. Okay, Evil Eye number 2 completely fails to devour the Anouk warrior. He's stunned with his gaze attack.
Oh.
Roger Holmes, you're up. The guy still hasn't acted yet, so you could still get a plus
So
2.
it's my turn to try and chop him again.
Yeah.
Linda doesn't want to move after all. Sorry. She reevaluated the map.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stand here and keep this guy busy for a little bit, apparently. Actually...
And the heat-related nosebleed would appear. Lovely. Anyway, only got...
Can I move past him at this point?
You can't move through him. So you can, if you want to get by him, you'd have to push through him as your move, as it were. So you can make opposed strength rolls if you want. Or because obviously, of course, the issue being is there's a pit right next to you and him.
Throw him in a pit.
No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move over a little bit and jump over the pit and move past him if I successfully jump over the pit.
Yeah, because technically he gets a free punch at you, doesn't he? Because you engaged him.
Oh, not against him. Whatever.
Oh, so it's because I targeted him. Don't worry. Ravenite Brave is not targeting. It's targeting Roger Holmes. And then he's going to make an unarmed attack as you try to move away and miss. And you get to there, no problem at all.
Oh, nicely done.
Deckard recovers from being shaken.
Might be a good time to attack the shamans if you can.
Where'd my shields go?
Just noticed the pop-ups aren't working today. How annoying is that?
What's not working today?
The pop-ups.
Yeah, that's kind of my plan, is to run past all these guys and see if I can get up there and punch a shaman or two before they recover.
Maybe I've never had them working for this one.
Get the name Shaman Puncher.
After looking into that, the pop-up icons aren't working. Deckard, you have moved to there. What's your plan after that? Oh, he's targeting them. I hadn't noticed. Go for it. This could be explosively over. Now I'm paying the price for making the squares bigger. Makes them all in a medium, doesn't it? Yeah.
So a medium works.
Yeah. Only because I increased the scale to make the fight quicker. Gosh darn it. That's the only thing I haven't really figured out yet with painting in Fantasy Grounds is I didn't realise the maps I'm making are so huge, so I have to pay more attention to that.
Get the grid first. I think what Josh does it to 100 by 100. They need a grid when he starts.
I find the grid annoys me, so I turn it off while I'm painting, and then at the end I go, "Oh, that map's huge."
Don't turn it off. Just put it to low translucence, and you can see it a little bit, can't you?
Yeah, that's the trick I need to do. Okay, I'm on tenderhoods. What are you hitting him in an area?
Sorry, my bad.
There's another evil eye down there, Deckard.
Yeah, I know. There's another evil eye.
Oh, you thought burst was blast, did you?
Yeah, I thought burst was blast. Shit.
Let me clear your targets for you. Oh, look. You can get 2 of them. The third one's down the hole. So you can get him, or you can get those 2. Basically. So it's him or these 2 down here are in range of your burst.
Well, there are 3 actually, right? But is one in the pit?
Yeah, but technically speak. Oh, go on then. Yeah, I'll let you have all 3. Yeah. I'll be nice. Have all 3.
Okay.
With your technical nanites that are working in an anti-technology field.
Yeah, well, they seem to keep working, so I don't see any reason why I wouldn't keep doing it. Nice.
That's a hit, and a hit. Okay, that's a wound upon the Anouk warrior. Okay, 2 more damage rolls, please. That is a shaken upon Anouk warrior number 6, and 1 final damage roll for the Ravenite Brave, who is wounded and goes down. Splat. There we go. Who is
excellent?
Anouk warrior number 3 remains stunned. Poor so and so. Anouk warrior number 6 is unshakes and successfully climbs out the pit. If it lets me move him. And then that gets him to about there. James, you're up.
Okay, sorry. I am James.
Doc, sorry.
Numbers too big to ignore. So what is the range on taunt? Is it my smarts?
Technically, as
the taunt skill is line of sight, isn't it?
It's technically as far as someone can realistically hear or see you, depending on the nature of your taunt.
Okay, do I feel like Ravenite Brave number 2 can hear me?
Where's Ravenite Brave number 2?
Next to me.
Yeah, he's fighting him, isn't he?
Yes, he most certainly can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to turn to him and point behind him and say, that thing's going to eat you, not us. And I'm pointing at the evil eye.
Okay, go for it. Make your taunt roll, please. Okay, do you want to make him distracted or vulnerable?
Has Himini gone yet?
Yeah, I went. He spent a penny to remove my wound.
So then what do I want to make him?
Make him distracted, because the next round it'd be easier to bash.
Yeah. So you make it, you distract him with your taunt, pointing out there's something big and nasty coming up behind him. Morgana, you're up.
Morgana's gonna run. Yeah, I know where it is. And that'll just get me to my Atex.
Mm-hmm. With our new house rule and conviction, you can add an extra D6 to your run. Because we're feeling funky today. I might change that for that.
So I can roll another D6?
If you want to. Just because I think it sounds fun. And it's game breaking, but who cares? We're having fun.
Okay, then I'm going to continue. I'm going to scoop up the ATACs. I'm
Yep.
going to continue and run up next here and I have no idea what these big black things are, but I'm hoping that the ATACs will take it down.
Okay. That's
I'm
5
gonna
inches to that.
scoop it up. I'm going to scoop it up running, and I'm going to throw.
Okay, go for it. I shall target it for you. There you go. You are targeted. That looks like it might be a hit. With a raise, so it comes back to you.
Nice.
Back to me.
Roll damage.
Nice job.
I think you could safely say yes.
And I am.
Oh wow!
And I've got 2 left, so I'm going to duck behind Himiny because I'm a coward, and I'm going to spend a penny to maintain my conviction.
Yep, no problem at all. Go for it. If you drop.
Quick question: are these guys especially vulnerable to sand?
you don't know.
Just toss a bunch of sand. Ooh, nice purple splat. I love it.
Hey,
Again, it's in the right spot. All the blood splats in the right spot today.
Is that
Must
the
have
ecto?
fixed something in the underlying core RPG that was doing it.
Yep.
Is that the ectoplasm?
Good question.
Purple blood splat.
No, but you can set it to like be ectoplasm or other stuff.
Purple is ectoplasm, yes. Did you? I don't know if anyone's noticed. We added one to Savage Pathfinder. It's a new one. Mud.
I saw it yesterday when I was putting stuff together.
But earth elementals and stuff and constructs, they die for mud. I
Yeah.
do want to add some more, but I can't draw to save my life. Okay, Anouk, this is where it gets interesting. The Anouk Shaman is distracted, vulnerable, and fatigued. So this could get interesting now. Oh, no, he's fine. He's
A pile of rubble that gets left behind when it dies.
Well, yeah, if I could draw, that's what I'd like. I'd like to be able to draw. My word. It's probably a good thing they're not failing their rolls for the record, but that's by the by. Oh, we have a failure. I have 1 penny left. 1 whole penny left. Let's spend it now. Okay, that keeps the ritual going. Okay, right. Right.
Why is the ritual still going?
Because they were all, even though you'd hit them with fatigue and confusion, they were still going. However, this guy has failed. So, 2 portals left. 25%. Okay. Portal number 1. Should have been, that's 65. It should have been, doesn't matter. Portal number. Okay, so portal number 3, I should say, explodes.
Yay.
And portal number 4 also explodes. However, portal number 4 belches before it explodes twice.
No.
It's got really bad garlic breath. And 2 vampires pop out.
And then it explodes.
The portal spews vampires.
They seem to be immune to the explosions, by the way. Ravenite Shamans, they have no reason to continue the ritual now. So he's just going to step this way to here. And cast Fear. Upon Roger, who gets to make a fear check.
Did some of the shamans die, or are they just? I'm just not seeing them.
No, nothing. No, none of the shamans died, but one of them lost control of the ritual. So you have successfully ended the ritual.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll do it now so I don't forget that for next week. Rogers makes the fear check. What I will do is the ritual has been disrupted, so I will do it now before I forget. Because that way it makes my life easier, because I'm bound to forget next week. Okay, so I'm not worrying about the dice, but basically all but one of the Anouk shamans' heads explode.
That's handy.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, this Ravenite shaman, yeah.
Now what did that? The ritual?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
the
the
wow.
feedback
fox heading off
for
to the
ritual.
side going, I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
Basically, yeah, look, they're using very dark magic they don't really understand. They've been tricked by the Ravenite shamans, and they are just sacrificial things, and basically 3 of them just had their heads explode. Okay, I am going to I haven't got the effects keyed in, unlike in Pathfinder, so I will work it out Oh, let's do it. Let's just find something interesting. I'm very
Turning into a mouse, so it's -2 dice on everything.
Ha ha ha. No. He's shape changing into something. I haven't worked out what yet. I will sort that one out next time. But he suddenly changes form and changes into something else. This Ravenite Brave is going to come over here, swing a tomahawk at Deckard. Missing. Ravenite Brave number 2 is over here, swings a tomahawk at Himini. Missing. This Ravenite Brave over here is also just going to gang up and swing a tomahawk at Himini. Missing. Evil Eye number 4 has just appeared through the portal and moves to here. Evil Eye number 3 has just appeared through the portal and moves to there. And that is where we shall leave it, with one of the Ravenite shamans metamorphosing into whatever evilness I can come up with next week. And with 2 more evil eyes coming through. But all the portals have exploded and you have successfully stopped the ritual, so all you need to do is get out of here, or... Yeah.
Anna, you need to clear out from behind me so I can sweep these things.
Now will our bennies maintain next week, since we're still in the middle?
That's a very good
question. And I had just spent a Benny to get my conviction for another round.
Your conviction will maintain, but your bennies will reset, I'm afraid.
Damn it.
Spend them if you've got them for power. Spend them if you can.
Will we get 3 more bennies? Will we get 3 more next week?
It'll just reset to default next
bennies
session.
reset to default at the start of every session, regardless of how many you have at the end of the session. So there we shall leave it. We'd be overrunning by 12 minutes, but that's okay, because it was just finishing off the fight. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Close the gates. Yay. Thank you. Thanks, Kevin.
The gates. No worries. I'll see
Good teamwork.
Don't we get an advance mid-fight?
No, you don't get an advance mid-fight, but remind me next week, because you should get an advance for stopping this, because that is most definitely and also you'll probably get a point of conviction as well, so that's good, isn't it? But we shall leave it there. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Take care now. Bye now. Right, hope you enjoyed that. We shall leave it there and come back in a fortnight for more Tales of the Raiders. Thank you very much. Take care.